book there. Oh. Alright. Let's get back into the shit.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a brightness is crazy right now. Especially because like there's this weird haze effect.
Yeah, it's like a blood mist almost.
Yeah.
Let me just post up the notifications. But yeah, Alex, what's going on? What are we all up to? What's what crazy shit's been going on?
Not too much, man. Not too much. Yeah, I don't know. The world's a dramatic place.
It
Well,
is.
it's a dramatic place.
It's weird these days, man.
Let me ask you a question. Should I buy those gnome hats that I sent to our group? Should we each get one?
No.
To wear them during the show?
I don't consent to
I'm
that.
not doing
I'm with Alex on this one.
it. Yeah.
But we gotta wear them to his birthday at take him out to like a nice restaurant, and then we'll all put the gnome hats.
Oh well, we can't go to that gnome restaurant. We said it's closed, right?
So it closed, but it did reopen.
Oh, did it?
Yes, I think instead of the Happy Gnome, it's just called the Gnome. They might be
That sounds really hipster.
they might be acclimating to Alex's mood over time.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just
Well, it's not the
glad
horny gnome.
the gnome-
That's true.
The aroused gnome.
That would be your restaurant, that's for sure.
But no, Alex, you did miss out.
They're
We
everywhere.
were going through Sage's top 10 list of video game spiders.
Oh, really?
Yeah, did you know Claudia Black is like the premier Spider Lady voice actress?
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah. She voices like every Spider Lady.
Ooh. So tell me about Claudia Black.
I don't like Claudia Black.
That's not true, motherfucker.
I don't believe it.
You told me you had a crush on her.
At one point, I thought she was pretty
Yeah,
hot,
when she
but
was
not
Spider
anymore.
Lady.
No,
That's what you liked about her.
Yeah.
no.
But she specifically played like a spider succubus in Diablo 3, apparently.
I didn't know that.
That's why you love Diablo 3.
You love Diablo 3.
I don't like Diablo 3.
You're
That's
addicted to
not
that
true.
game, and I didn't know
I've
it.
seen you play so much.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, I have. I've been disturbed, man. You
Yeah.
still, played the same levels over and over again just for the spider.
That's true.
You ain't seen me play that game one time.
Diablo 3
No.
with the Spider Lady.
Again, I didn't even realize that was a thing.
I heard you got that achievement for fucking the spider 100 times.
Achievement.
That it's in your PlayStation history right now.
Yeah.
It's not.
You got that achievement.
You could literally check my PlayStation account.
You also got the
And that
achievement
game's not
for
in
it's an achievement that only like 0.01% of players have gotten, which is to have 10,000 spider babies with
Oh shit!
Claudia Black.
Oh,
the Spider Lady.
shit. 10,000 spider bases.
I realize that's zoomed all the way up to them.
Yeah,
And zero child support check?
that's true. That was the other achievement.
Evade child services.
Sorry, it's just a little intro between the two of us.
But as I was saying, like just before we started the stream, I had actually played this on the highest difficulty to see how crazy it gets,
Yeah,
and holy shit!
just brutal.
Oh yeah,
Doom Eternal stuff.
oh god, yeah. So the last level, there were so many enemies on screen at once, it was slowing the game down. Not the computer, the computer is fine, but the game engine couldn't handle how many enemies they packed into the last level on the highest difficulty.
You know that's how they invented adaptive difficulty?
with
Really?
With just
Galaga, right? Or Space Invaders.
Space Invaders.
Space Invaders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because when you had so many enemies on screen, the game would lag. And then as you killed them, they'd get faster and faster.
Oh,
And
interesting.
so they didn't do that on purpose, but then they were like, well, that does make sense. The better you're doing, the harder the game gets.
That's kind of cool. And then I also played the Horde mode as well.
Nope.
Super high difficulty, and there were moments where like the screen was just nothing but like battling seizure robots level of like, flashing colors of like blue demons and like red warp fire and just like guns blazing all around.
You can't even see what's going on.
No, it's just-
How'd you do?
I mean, I beat it.
There you go.
Well, yeah, Spray and Pray was the name of the game. I almost died once because I pressed a wrong button.
A single wrong button
Yeah.
press.
Good.
Hey. Fuck you, buddy.
Have you guys been watching the terror propaganda?
Oh, what's
No.
going on?
Oh, it's super interesting. I mean, like, obviously in the U.S., you conservative news system, like, oh, it's amazing.
Right,
What
5 VHS, Trump was
Yeah.
Moses, that kind of stuff. They literally said that.
He said he was Moses.
Yeah. There was a Fox News special where it was like, is Donald Trump the reincarnation of Moses? Experts say yes.
Ancient astronaut
Sounds
theorists
like,
say
It
yes.
sounds like it.
It's just literally.
But I thought the most amazing piece of propaganda coming out of any side I've seen is in China. They're running like Black Friday footage from a decade ago
Uh-huh.
and being like, Americans are rushing into stores for fear of running out of Chinese products.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, afternoon, Tim?
Yeah, you are the first.
Oh shit! Thank you for the 100 biddies, dude.
But it's just like people shoving each other out of the way on Black
Yeah.
Friday, and they're terrified that the Chinese
Happy
products
early
are
birthday to me. It was Afternoon Tune's birthday yesterday,
Oh,
happy
damn,
birthday,
everybody's
man.
got a birthday at the same time.
and Alex was like a week ago.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you, Alex, Josh, Hitler, all the same day.
Well, I don't know about the same day, but
So, what's 9 months before April? What's that, September?
I
I
think
guess
so.
people like fucking September.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
that's what Earth, Wind, and Fire was always singing about.
Yeah, that song. Before we hit this.
What did you do for it?
I went to Atlanta. Ate a bunch of food.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
Good time. Yeah,
It's good for you.
cool time.
Oh, shit.
Did you watch Minecraft?
No, I did not.
Did you-
I decided not to get covered in giant trash bags full of
You didn't
popcorn
go
for
into
no
there? You
fucking
didn't
reason.
celebrate the chicken jockey?
No.
Why is that the new meme?
I don't even get it.
I don't play Minecraft. So
I mean,
I
are
don't
we
get any
just-
other references.
Are we
But
just too elderly? Oh, shit, Rob.
maybe. I also man, what a shitty thing to do to those theater employees.
I know.
Oh my god, just like whole trash bags full of
That's
popcorn.
right.
They're
Shit,
thrown
Scott.
everywhere. How do they even get those trash
They're-
bags? Do you buy a trash bag of popcorn? Because
I
I
think
let
they
you bring in your own trash bag.
I think they're
right?
bringing in their own shit, yeah. Because,
The
like,
theaters, I understand sneaking stuff in the movie theater, but you can't exactly hide a trash bag full of popcorn. Theaters are just like, fuck it, it's the Minecraft retards. I enjoyed.
Oh,
I think I got that guy.
wow.
I enjoyed
Just by jumping back and forth between the,
Hey,
the
whatever.
two sides.
Just don't get got by these little bitches.
I enjoyed the
Yeah, people have to clean that up. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just saying.
No, it's brutal, man. I would hate to work in a movie theater right now.
I thought it was funny just to see like the hello fellow kids kind of shit that the movie theaters were doing at the beginning. They were putting
Well.
in like the messages like, "Hey, it's not cool to be a creeper," and just like throw like popcorn
What?
and just like trying to use all
Oh,
the
sweet.
Minecraft lingo to like beg people not to trash
There's
the
some
movie
health and armor
theater.
in that crate across the lava. That crate.
Uh,
Think you need.
I do need that.
Yeah, keep going.
Just a bunch of different movie theaters had like the disclaimers at the beginning begging people not to trash the theater, and they're trying to use all the Minecraft lingo that I didn't understand.
Yeah.
And just like please be courteous, don't be a creeper. Like,
Yeah, like what the fuck does that even mean?
Don't blow yourself up.
yeah, I wonder
Because
if
that's
I-
what they do.
Those are the ones that look like green penises.
Yes, they
Yeah,
are.
Oh, okay.
Very unfortunate.
So that is very unfortunate. Yeah.
You know,
I heard they were inspired by the Grinch.
Does the Grinch's penis blow up?
It might.
His dick grew.
He's a
3
Christmas
sizes
terrorist.
that day.
He is a grower, not a shower.
I mean, he's technically a Christmas terrorist, right? So
That's true.
he might have an exploding green penis.
Exploding green pea. That's my new. I vaguely remember playing Minecraft like way back in the day when it first came out. They didn't have chicken jockeys in it. That's
I'm gonna try. Oh yeah, here we go. There's this was just taped up at a theater. I want to find as many of these disclaimers as I can because I found it pretty fascinating. This is
It really is a how do you do, fellow kids.
yeah. This is just taped up in a theater. It says, "Notice to all guests attending a Minecraft movie: the throwing of popcorn, candy, or any other items inside the auditorium or area of the building is strictly prohibited. Anybody caught throwing items will be at." That's not like one of the ones where they were trying to like throw down at the kids.
That's not really that funny.
No. some of them were pretty cringe, so I think it's
Look at that.
You'll see.
Oh god.
These levels will kind of encourage you to use some of the higher end weapons. How much history do you know about the South in the 1930s? I don't know, not that much. Why?
I think all of us tend to know more about like ancient history than like recent kind of modern American.
I mean, I know things about the 30s, but not about the American South specifically.
Right.
This one says, remember, popcorn buckets do not equal ender pearls.
What does that mean?
Speak Minecraft?
Are those like Jack Black's nether sauce
They're
balls or whatever? I don't even know what to call it.
I thought that is what it's called, though. Nether sauce.
Nether sauce.
The nether sauce?
Yeah.
Coming out of his nether regions.
Because there's the nether in Minecraft, which is hell, but like,
right.
I don't know why it's edible.
It sounds like it's not.
Minecraft movie's gonna make at least $1 billion. So.
Yeah, it's one of the most successful movies of all time.
It's fucking bullshit.
I don't know if... Because what Avatar made like $2 billion, and nobody's passed that up yet, but that counts as like second movie.
Are you talking just strictly American films, though? Cause
just box office in general.
Just worldwide.
Yeah.
Because there's an animated movie that China
movie
crossed $2 billion.
Well.
Did it?
Yeah, pretty recently. That was like way over $2 billion even.
Yeah, it might have beat out Avatar.
I think it actually did.
I do think it's the single highest grossing film maybe ever.
Interesting.
It was a good movie.
Yeah, it was actually good. We did a review for it on the Tunes podcast.
Yeah, if that overtook Avatar,
yep.
then that would be number one. But like around $2 billion is the top that any movie's made. So I don't know if Minecraft will make it into the top 10 based on that.
Avatar's also had re-releases too.
Yeah.
Because like they jumped past $2 billion
just
in its opening like weekend, pretty much.
China is kind of film.
But it also did like very well here in theaters. It wasn't even just...
Yeah, it was a big movie worldwide.
Yeah, it wasn't even just like China's domestic population.
It was kind of a massive export of Chinese culture.
It was a kind of another Black Myth Wukong moment for there.
It's amazing that China's had like 2 of those just like real recently.
Yeah.
Well, they definitely are coming into their own.
China's gross.
The way that Hollywood has been, it's leaving the void for
Exactly. I mean, that's a big part of the reason why that Nedra movie did so well, is because it offered something that people genuinely haven't seen before.
Yeah.
And it in a lot of ways, it felt like Pixar, like kind of old school Pixar, too.
Yeah, like a lot darker.
Pixar.
But, well, darker. Darker, for sure.
Pixar don't feel old school Pixar these days.
Not usually. They still have a good one here and there, but it's every like 3 or 4 movies. Yeah, exactly.
That was the worst.
It was the worst dinosaur.
Pixar got themselves in kind of a mess because they decided to spend a decade making the movies that came out of one meeting, and then they didn't have another meeting to come up with more movies. So
They're doing
like,
Toy Story 5 now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they had 5 or 6 movies they made. They came up with on a napkin at like one meeting, and then they didn't plan for the future at all.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was so easy to put those down on one napkin, I don't understand why it was so hard to just have another meeting, even if it was like late and after the fact.
Well, yeah, like 3 movies down the line, you'd be like, maybe it's time to start thinking of some new movie ideas. I was happy to hear that they're not making any live-action remakes.
There's at least 2 more being made. Maybe they'll stop after that. But...
Yeah, we just got a trailer for Lilo. Get your Volkite out.
Ah, fuck me.
Get your Volkite out.
Aha. Jump back and forth, bitch.
That dude's on a mission. Oh man, there's so many of them.
Ah.
Get the below you across the water. Think through that doorway.
Over on this side.
Straight ahead. There you go.
There we go. Sweet. Oh, fuck you. Yeah.
There's some health and armor at the very bottom.
Probably.
What else been going on?
Oh, let's see. What else happened going on? Did you hear about the mice that they did experiments on where they gave them an extra leg instead of genitals?
What?
Yeah. This is a research thing in Australia. Apparently, supposedly it was an accident. They didn't mean to, but yeah, there's mice that have 3 legs instead of junk. I'm pretty sure Quentin Tarantino was very happy to hear that they could potentially go on to
Turn his dick into a foot.
yeah. Current news.
I also,
yeah. That's true.
Oh yeah, he's releasing a song about it.
What? Hold on, he's releasing a song about it.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
Great, so now he's incestuous.
It's called Cousin, and apparently he has a cousin in prison who he used.
Is that why that guy's in prison?
Well, he used to, apparently Kanye and him used to read dirty magazines together, and he killed his girlfriend. And went to prison.
Just dick?
Well, I guess they were like he was sucking his dick like as when they were younger. And then one day he said, "I don't want to look at porno mags with you anymore." And then that guy, and then Kanye basically made it sound like
all he had forced to.
Well, all he had no, just that all that guy had to live for was reading porno mags with Kanye. So then after that happened, he went and murdered his girlfriend, and he's now in prison. But Kanye wanted to.
Okay, we got it.
About how he used to suck his dick.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I can only tell you.
I don't even know what to say to that.
I can only tell you what I observed on Twitter. Can't tell you why.
What? There's something behind me I didn't even know.
Plasma guys, of course it was. But yeah, keep going, Alex.
Well, that's about all I know.
Yeah, I'm confused, man. I don't like what you just told me.
I don't.
That dude needs to be in an institution.
Yeah,
Kanye needs to be like put in a straitjacket and like forcibly put in like a hospital or something.
Somebody needs to show up and tell him what an inside thought is.
Yeah.
What an inside thought is. Yeah, he just has no fucking filter at all.
I don't know, man. I don't know how long you can maintain your rep in the rap world when you start telling people you suck dick. You suck your family's dick.
Yeah. Well, you think you wouldn't have gotten very far after being like, yeah, I'm a Nazi, but you did fine.
Yeah, but I just feel like being a Nazi is probably easier than telling like people you suck your cousin's dick and that doesn't.
It is these days, that's for sure.
I mean, most Nazis probably suck their cousin's dick. Let's just be honest.
Maybe that's what it is.
Oh, fuck me, there's 2 right next to each other.
Yeah, this game loves Spawn. He does. In the Horde mode, they throw like 10, 15 on you.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, if Kanye's career survives, it'll be a big moment for the LGBT community in rap music. Because I think that's probably the end of it.
That's, I guess, a big moment for incest.
Oh shit! I don't think they're gonna want it in like a weird incestuous Nazi community. That seems like it would be brand suicide.
Bro, I don't know. Kanye has managed to stay relevant through it.
That is true. Somehow,
I could see Kanye surviving, but I couldn't see the gay community surviving if they embrace it.
I don't think. Well, they're not going to.
No, they're not. No, that's definitely not going to happen.
I don't see that is even like. So I don't know who embraces Kanye.
Nazis.
I don't even know if Trump.
I think Trump actually thinks Kanye is too weird for him.
Yeah, got to that point now.
I think in the last go round, Kanye was making Trump uncomfortable.
Yeah, that was even in 2016.
I don't think. I don't think that
Like, if Trump is, like, speechless and confused, that, I feel like, really says something about how just erratic someone is.
That's true. Kanye is, like, the most erratic motherfucker in the public eye right now. I think his health is 12 years. That was box.
There is.
Oh, hey, that guy helped you out. There is infighting. You don't see it often, but it's like that.
I know there's those big ones that you said were, that wasn't a very effective thing. No, good. Too high.
At least
Too
he's
high.
getting it. I think he survived.
Woo. Yeah.
It should be the other way.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I said,
You weren't kidding about being shorter. Huh?
yeah, this last episode, the levels are generally shorter but more intense.
Oh.
At least until you get to the final. That's only one room, but it's like the room for a couple.
Yeah, that was super short. Okay. Trojan.
I'm trying to think where the crazy shit they've had lately. I'm sure you guys heard about the potential life sign on that planet, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep. It was like crazy.
Did you hear about that, Alex?
The fuck's on your wall, dude?
we were waiting for you to notice that. Thank you for the look, obviously, Eddie. that was let's see, how long
That
was
took him
that?
half an hour.
Damn, wow, yeah. I think. See, now Michael thought you were going to immediately see it and zero in on it the second you walked in the door.
I guess not.
It's scabs, dude.
For the holidays?
For you. Yeah. For St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day Gnomes.
Yeah.
That's what you
One of them is Kirby.
I did notice.
He probably swallows almost as many gnomes as you do.
Man, it's on your wall. You're going to be one of them.
Hey, what's up, Tiresome Fox?
Yeah, we're even reading a book in this game.
All right, that's extra nerdy. How you doing, then, Tiresome Fox? Welcome in.
Yeah. You're just gnome person, I guess.
Okay. There's two kinds of big nerds. People who play a Warhammer game, people who read.
Well, we thought, we could give you all 15 of those gnomes, or 10 or whatever.
Oh, you're welcome. Keep it, dude.
Oh, we're your fave people on the internet?
Yeah, well, that makes me feel really special.
You like us more than Alex Jones?
The internet is an absolute
Well, that's true.
waste.
It was a mistake.
I just considered us part of that list.
Yeah. I mean, here we are, so...
Like the creamy shit that rises to the top.
Is there, like, in a toilet, is there creamy shit that rises to the top of the toilet bowl? Like,
cream rises to the top, I guess.
yeah, I mean, you said creamy shit, though.
Yeah, well, it's just a big thing of shit, and you like the shit cream.
Alright, that's fair.
Obviously, Tiresome Fox, you have a much higher opinion of us than we do of ourselves.
Well, that's why I just laughed.
That's always gonna make you laugh. You're dead.
The top 100.
Demoted.
Yeah, I love that we went from fave to top 100. You're in there somewhere.
Yeah, we got probably a decent, at least this stream, and then for sure one more. So even when Ulysses is out of town for a little bit, I think we might just be playing this that entire time.
I won't be able to help you with going to DLC stuff, though.
Right.
That was it. Oh, big
fuck.
frog.
Get out of here, big frog. There's like lava in between, too.
Put those chemicals in the water to make the frogs big.
got some Revenge of the Sith vibes in this thing.
It looks like Mustafar.
Yeah, get the high ground, frog.
I have the high ground. Alex, you actually, genuinely excited for the second season of Andor?
Yeah,
That starts today.
Oh, really?
Yep, the first episode's out today.
I do want to watch that. That looks cool.
I've been
It is
catching
legit.
Michael up on it, and even Michael really, really likes it. So that tells you about a Star Wars thing.
If you want to
legitimately
review Revenge of the Sith,
We could.
that could be fun.
We never did Attack the Clones, but we did do Phantom Menace. I gave it the lowest rating that was possible to give it.
You always say how much you like it.
No, I'm not.
You love Jar Jar.
I'm saying that Attack of the Clones is well, I mean, I kind of come around on saying Phantom Menace is worse.
Such a piece
Frogs
of-
love it.
But
They're all bad. They're
Yeah.
both bad.
Revenge of the Sith
Revenge of
is...
the Sith is a
It's the-
mediocre-
I think it's okay. It's got
Not a
some
good movie,
moments.
but it's tolerable.
I think it has a few good moments in it, which
Yeah,
is
it's
more than the other ones do.
vastly superior.
But, how much does that count for it?
Not much. When you've got two of the worst movies of all time, and then one movie where it's like, well, it didn't give me seizures.
I'll review Revenge of the Sith. I mean, shit, if you want to do Attack of the Clones, I'll do that one too.
They love it.
I don't love that movie.
Sage loves that scene where a bounty hunter hires another bounty hunter to hire a robot that hires worms to assassinate someone.
He's also
I mean, that's
just
pretty
a
funny.
huge fan of science.
That's true.
Oh, sand.
Yeah.
You're the one that's got the big problem with us playing
Section 31 or Phantom Menace?
Phantom
Ooh,
Menace.
Yeah, I'd say so. Oh, you got the ultimate gun.
Oh shit.
This is kind of the case.
Just save it for...
I'd save it for the moment, but you're going to be using it a lot. So
Okay.
there's plenty of ammo around, so I'm not shy with it. Didn't work. Go back there. Usually, the skull is supposed to tell you the elevator didn't work. Press the thing.
Huh.
It's kind of weird that some of the console, like the console version of the DMC, did not have a couple of little story moments, like the cutscene that wasn't there last time.
Yeah, that is weird.
Because I double checked, and yeah, there is a cutscene.
That is. We'll have to look that up after the stream.
Yeah, now it's
Fuck.
grab gun time. Grab gun time.
Which one
That's
is...
your whole. I mean, whatever works, but this thing is great. Oh damn.
Alright, I can see why these rooms are going to be crazy.
You were big
Yeah.
fan.
Is there any health in this room?
No.
Really? It like checkpointed me at like 30 health.
Yeah, you just got great coming
You did start
At
with
least
more
there's-
health. You got hit by 5
This
balls.
is a little better.
Yeah, when you this stuff, yeah.
I might be fucked by my checkpoint.
Oh man, wow, you really do have low health. So you gotta be real mobile right out the gate because the plasma guys and the shotgun guys will grab you if you're not. And then you gotta whip out your grab gun when the frogs start coming.
Yeah, I don't know. I might be fucked by this checkpoint, actually.
Oh shit.
I don't know.
You don't have to restart the level.
Well, I mean, at least these levels aren't long, right?
That's true. You'll have to make a hard save. But you can see my new shark tattoo.
Can't remember if I don't think we have.
No.
I haven't seen it.
Post it up in the Discord. There's it's in a little tattoo spot. We'll check it out.
Is it the Will Smith shark? Shark Tale?
That would be such a weird one. So, guys, just a big fan of Shark Tale,
Did they grab that?
right? No, okay. Why is that not working?
There's
I
another
got
guy.
ammo for it though already.
These are both heavy. You want heavy guns, get the quick. So the doors on the side of the arena will eventually open if one of them doesn't take out. Yeah, they're open now. Go ahead. Wait, no, sorry. Cross me. Damn. The shark does look like the little guy has some social anxiety, let's just say. If I remember correctly, the room across from this one will have health and armor.
Yeah, no, you haven't posted it in there yet, but if you want to throw it in there, we'll look at it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, nice.
That's a hammerhead.
Oh, that's cool. It does look a little derpy.
It does look like it has social anxiety.
But no, that's cool.
No, it's good, though. It's really good line work. Hell yeah. Always need more. Always need more tattoos.
You post your spider lady tattoo?
I don't have a spider lady tattoo.
Sorry.
Dude, he's not gonna post the inside of his ass.
God damn it. Fucking hell.
Broadway. Hey, Broadway.
We are. We absolutely are. I didn't even think I hit it with the... I can't. I think the side we might have to restart, man.
Yeah, maybe we should just do that. If you went into this with full health, or at least most of it, the 50 and with the 17 armor, that's hard. I will say that this exact thing happened to me. I eventually powered through it, but it was a big Which what I'm going to be doing now that I'm 30. Writing a will. Okay, there's health somewhere. Fuck, where is it? God damn it!
Not in here.
Damn. Always feel like I'm being unhinged during my streams, and I remember that your guys' streams will always be way more unhinged than that.
Oh, yeah.
That really calms me down. This is a compliment.
Yeah. Nah, our shit is crazy.
No, we're ridiculous people.
I would not take anything they say serious.
Yeah, that's always a good disclaimer to throw out every few streams. Do not, the Rated M for Immaturity stream does not represent the views of the people on Rated M for Immaturity.
I mean, we're hard.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Sometimes it does. But
Sometimes it does.
Not
You can never tell when. Yeah.
we are purveyors of nonsense.
So,
Beautiful. Yeah.
The doors gotta open first.
Oh, I know.
and it's based on
You
the
gotta-
wave or whatever.
Because there's a secret armor pickup in one of the rooms inside of the crate. I believe it's in the...
This one back here.
No, it's on the other side. That one.
Oh, that's the one I went in and it didn't have it.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
have,
well then-
that one just had ammo in it.
If that's the case, it'll be this one with giant frog. You gotta survive one.
I think this is the one I just went in just now, though. Yeah. I've gone into one on each side, and I think those are the two that I've been in.
Wow, so you're fine.
If you see a room with a box against the wall on one of the sides, it's open and has secret armor. I did on several occasions talk about how Hulk is on my Hear Me Out something.
Oh, there's the right here too.
Hear Me Out list.
This is the Hulk.
Well, what's up with the Hulk?
I mean, here's my. Well, I've always thought he might be so angry because he's so big and his dick isn't. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
like it might not grow with the rest of them, and that's why he's so upset all the time.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Fuck.
I can see it. I can see it.
Hulk is hot, okay?
Hey,
Hey, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, you like big green guys. Maybe you got a thing for orcs. I don't know.
or the guy on the green.
We're gonna have to play.
Oh, yeah, the guy on the.
Oh yeah, the
he's-
Jolly Green
yeah.
Giant.
Yeah, what about the Jolly Green Giant? He's happy.
He hot? He's packed.
Yeah,
He's packing. Nah,
Yeah,
he's got
he's got the look of someone who knows.
Yeah,
that.
dude.
He's large and in charge.
He's got his routine.
I mean, every time you see that smug bastard, you know he knows what.
Yeah, he's always smiling like he's got something over on all of us.
I came in real frozen
I feel judged. I thought
I didn't say, whoa, we didn't come out against Hulk. I just asked you if you were also interested in the Jolly Green.
Yeah, that's just another, very close
We're
example.
just suggesting you other big green guys.
Yeah.
In fact, we're trying to get you to open up your rival.
Yeah. We gotta play that Shoot Us Blood Peace game at some point.
Oh, that's true.
Fuck, that's got lots of big green guys.
That's true. We're just saying there's a lot more big green guys in the world than just Hulk.
Is Shrek big enough?
That's a good question.
Shrek's got more of a dad bod thing. I don't know. You
might
gotta
not be into that.
Yeah, you gotta. That's a dad bod sort of green man.
Yeah, like a Hulk. Like
The Jolly Green Giant is like shredded. He's like in fucking shape.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like
when he
Arnold
whips off his
Schwarzenegger in his prime.
weak dress or whatever.
Yeah.
Sure,
See, now you got us talking about how hot these green guys are.
he just like drops the camera to you.
Bends over to pick it up.
I think of who else is big and green.
Shrek is also hot. He's too hot to be on the Hear Me Out list.
Okay, he's just.
All right.
You don't even feel the need.
Is
So you're pretty
Is it-
into your dad bod too.
I assume it's a dad bod hot, right? Like,
What about the Grinch? You into the Grinch?
we were just talking about the Grinch's penis earlier.
We were.
Yeah, that
We had a long conversation about the Grinch's genitals.
Yeah, we assumed he was a grower, not a shower.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Grew 3 sizes. then.
Yeah, his dick sizes that.
Plus, I mean, the Grinch has that bad boy thing going on, you know?
That's bad, but he's like Marlon Brando.
Still Christmas. Anyway, I don't know who else is stealing holidays.
Yeah, that's a unique man.
That's true. He's ambitious, man. He aims high.
Yeah,
That's true. He's a career man.
You never hear about like a weasel stealing other stuff.
I want that movie now. That is the best idea for a movie
Weasel
you
stealing
have ever
other-
pitched. I want it. I will give you any sum of money to make it happen.
Dad bod check, current check, would fight for you check. Count me in. What about the Grinch though?
Yeah.
Like, we're very interested in your opinion on the Grinch in particular.
He's just not that big.
He's not that big.
He's tall. He's lanky.
He's got like a scraggly, scrappy in a fight sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like an alley.
Yeah.
Hey, some women are into that.
A lot of women are.
Oh, that's good. Pass. Oh.
Pass on the Grinch.
Oh, no.
Yeah, all right. Put his dick in his license that day.
I think Tiresome Fox just likes the, like,
Big and
the
Yeah, be a little bigger.
presentation, Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. The Grinch does not work out. That's fair. He's not like taking care of himself in the same way.
Does Dr. Manhattan do it, or is he?
Well,
He's
he's
blue.
not green.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's
he's
blue.
Well, I'm asking what the.
Yeah, does color matter?
Yeah.
I
What's the optimal color? Is Thanos good? Like, he's purple.
Like you only want the BGC, or
There are a lot of women who want to fuck Thanos.
Are there?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised by that.
what?
Yeah, how colorful can these guys get? Is the
I feel like we never got an
One of these
answer on
rooms,
it for
something.
Jolly Green Giant.
Just go from room to room. Yeah. I know they're... Alright, it's gotta be
Okay,
good stuff.
2 of them are empty, so there's only been one. There's only one room I haven't been in. Then
What the fuck? Because when I played, there was stuff in there. Good question. Yeah, I mean, like, how far down, like, the Star Trek alien level, like, color chart can we go, Like, are there any colors that you would disapprove of?
yeah, like any like a cyan.
Like, what about Red Hulk? Do you like Red Hulk? Is there, like, a Fuse Hulk, maybe?
Yes.
Would Hulk still be hot if he was black then?
Good question.
Yeah, if he was just regular like flesh color, would it not be would that
Would that
be
just be too
weird?
bulky and weird looking?
Yeah.
Gigantic guy.
How much does the green make it what it is?
Yeah. Space Marines without their armor.
That's true. They're all fucking weird and genetically altered.
No, that would be weird.
Okay, so the green does matter. The fact that he's green definitely matters.
So what about Red Hulk? Still haven't answered that.
Yeah, because Red Hulk is...
Am I into green men?
That's the thing. Is it about whether he's
But you
green
don't
or
like
not?
the Grinch, so I think it's a big ingredient.
Yeah.
Right. Well, again, though, what about the Jolly Green Giant? Because the Jolly Green Giant is...
Well, she seemed to be on board with Jolly Green Giant.
Okay, I just don't remember hearing. But if that's a yes, then that's a pattern right there.
I don't know anybody else who's big and green.
Yeah, I got nothing. I got the ones we said, and then I was like, having an existential crisis in a second.
I like that we caused an existential crisis.
I think we do that
There's
a lot.
something Jungian.
There.
Okay.
Get it. Oh, thanks, Bob. In the room. Oh man, don't lose it all right away.
I mean, we're all everywhere, so we'll see.
I believe this is the final raid now. Oh shit.
Oh, god damn it, really?
Yeah, we'll pay.
Oh, fuck me, god damn it.
He's going.
There's so much shit going on.
Holy
You got everything.
Oh god, no.
Yep.
He's chosen.
Right there, it's eating everything. Everything's gone already.
Damn, that was bad. Do you have a heavy gold here?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Get out of the way of that guy's fire. He's gonna try to use. Get in there.
Oh, what is it?
300 armor.
Oh, Christ, that's so helpful.
Nice job, dude. Nice job.
And I didn't have to restart. Oh,
One play. Do something.
fuck.
I love how this game taunts you with all this plasma. Because you're not going to get a plasma gun for a while.
God damn it.
Don't worry, you still have the other guns.
All
So,
right.
Sage, who were your top 10 spider ladies?
I don't have
I
any.
can pull up the list if you want.
Okay,
Yeah. 2 weeks in a row we're going over this list.
Well, was Tiresome Hawks here for that list?
I don't think so.
Well, then she needs to hear this.
She needs to know.
Yeah, this is important information.
Tiresome Fox shared something deeply personal.
You're right.
with us, So now we're going to share something deeply personal.
Yeah, I mean,
with
she
yours
shared
with
her
us.
love of big green. So now it's time for you to share your love with big eight-legged ladies.
We definitely have a top 10. I do not have a top 10.
He does. Yeah, share with the class. Eh?
Yeah, we're looking good again. Whew.
So you made this list, eh?
You did?
I did not make this list.
I'm reading.
20.
I'm literally going to be reading it from right now.
Okay, tell me
I-
about that.
I did not write this article.
Why did it say by?
It says written by Sage.
No, it
Most
fucking
important.
doesn't. Yes, it doesn't. No.
Your byline. Your byline's out.
Let me look
Who
at
does
it.
that say that's
Let
written
me
by?
look at it.
Oh hell yeah!
See?
Fucking lying about it.
Alex would never lie. He's never lied once.
Oh,
You
okay.
edit your own stuff.
You do, man. All right, so number 10.
Jesus Christ.
The Dukes.
We're all of this again.
Well, Alex wasn't here. It's not
I
fair.
wasn't here. So.
Yeah.
And I know you love going. So do it.
All right, so number 10.
Slander.
The Duke steer Freya from Dark Souls 2. You played Dark Souls 2.
I've
He
played
does
Dark Souls
love Dark
2. I've played Dark Souls 2.
Brightstone Cove Seldora used to be a peaceful mining town until it was overrun with large spiders.
And Sage got that.
It sounds strange until you find out the town's founder, Duke Zeldora, which is
Sage.
yeah,
And, yeah, it's an alias. Sage.
had an affinity for the creepy crawlers.
Oh, you did?
damn it.
Sage.
The Duke's secret is his dear Freya. It's a massive two-headed spider with long legs and a hard, weapon-resistant
heads.
shell.
That's exciting.
It's not exciting.
You put like a bag over one head and pretend it's a different spider.
No.
The player must target its two heads while avoiding its venom and spider web. Save his kids. Luckily,
Oh, God, dude.
Freya moves pretty slowly, so with some determination, you can put down the Duke's favorite pet for good. Number 9, Arachne.
Were those things just pointing their ass at me?
Yes.
Those little creatures were mooning me.
Ulysses, did you know Sage was a dude?
At least in his LARP server, he was.
God, I have a fucking luck.
LARP server. Dude, that's fine.
Slanders and lies.
The spider lady comes up to you and is like, "Oh, I swear fealty to you, my lord." And you like unzip your pants and you're like, "Prove it, wench."
No.
Kiss.
No.
All right. That was number 10.
Yeah.
Wow.
So number 9 is Arachne from Smite. You play a lot of Smite, Sage?
I've never played Smite. I don't.
You almost exclusively play Smite.
I mean, it's only his 9th Smite.
Yeah.
We'll say you play a moderate amount.
Alright, that's fair. Imagine being so good at something that a god curses you out of jealousy. According to Greek mythology, after Arachne bested Athena in a weaving contest, she turns her into a spider. This is wrong, by the way. It's not Athena. It's Hera.
Yeah. Well, according to Greek mythology, Sage was so good at fucking spiders that he was cursed him to fuck spiders for the rest of his life.
That's where I stopped.
Where's Kratos when you need him, am I right? Luckily for her, at least in the game, her newfound form gives her some unique powers. Arachne has a variety of melee attacks, use her webbing to trap foes on the battlefield, or Sage in the bedroom.
Ooh.
Doesn't say that.
Yes, it does.
Why would I
refer to yourself in the third person constantly in this article? It's like you're Bob Dole.
Yeah, dude, what are you, Trump?
Those extra legs also allow Arachne to cover ground very quickly, which proved to be critical in this multiplayer online battle arena game. Sometimes your curse can become your greatest gift. Would you say that your curse of fucking spiders has become your greatest gift?
This is one of the first channels I started watching. Definitely on a list.
Don't worry, Harrison Fox.
We're on
you're
worse
not on,
lists.
yeah, I was going to say, you're not on the same list as us. You're like an affiliate.
Yeah, we're on like the worst lists.
Number 8, Muffet from Undertale.
You guys are great. I'm laughing so hard.
Ooh, Undertale. That's where Sage lives.
I'm actually.
So do you sit on Muffet's Muffet?
Ooh.
Even though you can fight her, Muffet isn't a bad person or a spider monster. Muffet runs a bake sale to raise money to help the spiders trapped in the ruins. Throughout the game, players will find webs holding baked goods and can leave money in exchange for the sweets. To the beat of a catchy song, Muffet will have you dodging tiny spiders and her favorite pet. If the fight persists long enough, Muffet receives a telegram from the spiders in the ruins.
Yeah, just don't buy one of the green.
She will realize the player doesn't want to hurt spiders, just fuck them, and won't let you go.
Oh, Sage.
God damn it.
I think it's kind of a sad story when you think about it, because Muffet, I mean, she obviously has all these spider kids that you've, like, foisted on her. And she's so desperate for money, she has to hold these bake sales to make ends meet.
Yeah, dude.
Like, where are you as a father?
You guys have claimed me to be a monster fucker and a monster.
You buff it, you buff it, Muffet's tough it, and then you take the fuck out and leave the kids behind you.
I feel sorry for you.
It's like you're describing my dick as though it's like a floor waxer.
When it comes to the spider waxer.
What you do with the spiders, dude.
I'm not doing shit with spiders.
No, man.
I like human women with 2 arms and 2 legs.
Listen, Paige, I got a letter asking me to go to convention in Geneva and talk about what you've been up to.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'm testifying.
You testifying about?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you gotta go to the Hague, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I mean, we're
You'd be
friends.
guilty of perjury.
We're friends, but you know, I mean.
Number 7, Squirter the Spider.
Hey. Okay, well, not surprised they made that.
God damn it.
Alright, tell me about Squirter.
I'm sorry, I misread it. It's Squitter the Spider.
Squitter?
Yeah.
What's a squid?
What is a squid, Sage?
I don't fucking what?
Well, but you're the one who makes the spider squid all over you.
Yeah,
So...
dude. How do you make a spider squid?
Oh, this room sucked, by the way.
Awesome. At least I'm starting out with like a reasonable
Alright,
amount of stuff.
so Sage and Twitter.
Straight out of the 90s is the sneaker-wearing spider with the kooky grin. Squitter is an animal helper.
You and Michael pegged.
Michael does love the 90s.
That's true. It's true. Animal helper who first appeared in Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest. Squitter's abilities make him one of the best puzzles.
Sage and a spider on Judy's Conquest.
You oiling up these spiders?
No. No. Oh, shit.
No,
Was
I
rising?
believe, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Don't worry, Sage, I believe you. You just fucked them.
God damn
I've
it.
always assumed the spiders consent. That's always been.
Yeah, I mean, the spiders, like, are into it. They're asking.
How do
Yeah, you're gonna
I
have to spend a lot of time jumping from thing to thing. You can't rely
I don't
on
really
the rails.
know where
I think you probably need to
to...
jump to that one.
But then how do I get up from...
Then jump back, maybe.
No, what you gotta do is you gotta look for the
I can't.
other towers and the middle one nearby to sort of jump from place to place when you can. It's kind of confusing. It's doable, though.
What you really got to do is drown them off.
He's working on it. He's working on it.
Trying my best not to.
All right, Squitter, the '90s squirting spider.
Fucking no.
So what? You just like you just hold on to like 2 of 8 Converse and just go at it, or what?
Can I, like, avoid some of the combat here?
Don't fight them. They'll drown in the lava.
So I know you don't spend a lot of money on spiders, but like you take her to the mall and buy four pairs of chucks or something.
I'll get out of here.
Can you at least get her, like, boots or something?
Yeah, for
made
you
of money.
buy us, dude.
You probably just make her work Crocs.
I wouldn't make anybody wear Crocs.
You're a little more classy with your fighters. You know?
I mean,
Okay, guys, I actually need to get some sleep and have a lovely stream. Justice to Spider Ladies. Oh no, you're gonna miss the others.
oh. All right, well, it's good to have you here, Tiresome Fox. We'll keep you updated on Sage's activities.
I can save the next 6 or well.
Please save them.
Tiresome Fox, can you do me a favor? Can you stay up for about 2 minutes? I want to read you this one. If you're still here, because you're gonna like this one.
Damn it.
You're gonna like this one. Might be too late, but you know.
Squirter.
Okay, I'll stay awake. Okay, just this one. Number 6, Cydeia, the Maiden of Lust.
Whoa, Sage! This list gets hornier and hornier, dude.
Who would have thought the word spider
Oh, you gotta
could be
finish something.
synonymous with sexy?
All right,
This
we're gonna-
guy right here.
We're gonna speed run the list.
We have
for
to
you.
Yeah,
let
well,
Ulysses go and not interrupt him.
Diablo 3's Maiden of Lust, Cydeia, rightfully earns that name as she taunts her players with provocative words and a sultry tone. Players' first encounter with Cydeia is rather short. He didn't last very long. Once she drops to 50% health, she'll flee until the player gets to the central room, the Heart of the Curse. This time, Cydeia will go all out with melee strike, poison attacks, hordes of spiderlings, more kids. She'll spray webbing and try to keep you distance, but if you can close the gap, this temptress will be toppled in no time.
Ooh, Sage, put that back.
You gonna topple that temptress? That's the Claudia Black stuff.
All right. Let's
Number 5, Nursilla from Monster Hunter 4.
Nursilla.
Squishing this arachnid is not an easy task, but
Nurse.
smashing it is. Nursilla can trap you in its web, and the battle that ensues takes place above and below a large web. This spider attacks by shooting gooey blobs of webbing and then clamping together its large mandibles. You like that? You
No.
like that?
Well,
Gooey clumps
finish,
and a
just,
large
just
man.
finish it. Just skip
Nursilla
this
has hoofs on the end of its legs that can help it cling to walls and other surfaces. This monster can also poison hunters, blah, blah, blah. Alright, number 4, Trite. 2-3.
Okay.
The portal to hell opens up. What do you expect to pour out? Demons? Zombies? Even worse, spiders. Sage wants to open portal to hell. I'm not going to read the rest of that one because it's not as funny. 3, Sculptulas, from The Legend of Zelda. One of the very first enemies you encounter in Ocarina of Time is the Big Sculptula. These simple enemies have a skull-shaped abdomen that is resistant to attacks from the front, but not from behind. This teaches players early on that some enemies have specific weak points to look out for, you know, like their epigynos.
Uh-huh.
Once they reveal their soft underbellies, it's time for Sage to strike.
Sage is going to get himself a Skulltula.
There are also the feebler regular Skulltulas and the gold variety. Number 2, Black Tiger from Resident Evil. This enemy master originated the phrase "kill with fire." Mutated by the T-virus, Black Tiger grows to literally the size of a tiger. After nearly getting crushed by a boulder, either Jill or Churs, I'm pretty sure it's
Chris.
Yeah, it's supposed to say Chris, but it says Churs.
It's definitely supposed to be Chris Redfield.
Stumbles upon the lair of this beastly bug.
Sage remembers that vividly.
That's a pretty fast way for your day to go from bad to worse, unless you're Sage. It'll attack you from the front while it's babies. Again, how many of these spider women have you knocked up?
Your kids are everywhere.
Drop venom from the ceiling. Luckily, it doesn't take too many hits to kill Mama and her young. That's bold. So, Sage, how many bits for you to actually rank all these spiders?
Yeah, dude.
I want, like, my rent paid for a month for that.
Sage, it's different.
Honorable mentions.
Yeah, no, I won't.
Honorable mentions. Yakuza from Metroid Fusion. Ariados from Pokemon. Frostbite spiders from Skyrim. Spider Jockey from Minecraft. I didn't know you were in Minecraft. Metal Queen Chrome Recluse from Brutal Legend. You love Brutal.
You do.
It's a good game. It's
Yeah,
not
but
about
Spider Lady.
It's not about the spider.
Yeah,
It's
boo,
definitely
boo, Sage. Boo, dude. Boo.
Number 1, The Spider from Limbo. There are many chilling moments in Limbo, but one of the most memorable has to be the spider. The developers truly succeeded in making Sage feel like a fly struggling as well as a spider. This boss takes quite a few scenes to beat. Its legs are spear-like and will skewer Sage if it gets the chance. First, you
Put my
trick
name
it
in there.
stepping on a bear trap.
Well, they're only skewer and preemptive.
Next, the spider will wrap you up. Escape its lair and drop the boulder onto it. Finally, pull off its last leg and roll it onto the spikes. Now, that is one satisfying squish. Did you have a satisfying squish?
I did not have a satisfying squish.
All right, that's it. That's it, Tiresome Fox.
All right, well, thanks for sticking around for that, Tiresome Fox.
Yeah, you are now permitted.
Yes, thank you for.
You are now permitted to sleep.
Can't believe you're writing this shit about less spiders.
I know.
Oh my God.
Like the Diablo series never had like a sexy spider lady until Sage was asking for it.
I was not asking for it.
I'm just amazed that
I love that.
I'm amazed that the
There was the
fucker
naked spider lady in
demographic is
Diablo 2
big.
that Sage also loved.
You really do love Diablo.
You're always talking about how much you want about that spider lady.
I'm really not. One
When was
time, could you guys?
I'm gonna pass out.
All right.
Have a good night. Have a good night.
Sleep. I mean, there's never been a single stream where you haven't talked about spiders.
What?
That's actually true.
What? Oh my God!
I'm pretty sure it comes up every
It does.
You guys bring it up every stream.
Yeah, because you're just like sending out those spider fuckers out. See?
It's true.
But how am I setting out spider fucking
I
dogs?
fucked the spider.
Yeah. You're always talking about it.
You guys are always talking about it.
We've never brought it up one time.
Oh, really?
Can't think of a time that I did.
See?
You can't think of a time that you brought it up.
He's never done
I don't think so. Can't remember a time your listeners did either.
that. Nope.
Remember a bunch of times that you got.
That's true.
Fucking liars. Absolute
Spiders and
bullshit.
videos.
That's what we should call this channel.
I mean, spider lady should probably be one.
That is not happening. We are not putting spiders in the title.
I feel like we talk about spider ladies more than politics.
And cannibal.
Yeah.
And no.
Pretty much spider ladies, damn.
Yeah. We should just call it the Spider Lady.
No.
We can
Absolutely
start doing like QVC stuff. We'll have like spider pocket pussy will you design. And we'll just kind of stand around on a lazy Susan. And the Sage will be there. And it's like, what we have here is a high quality, 100% silicone spider pocket pussy made by Sage Industries.
Oh, that's an incredible idea.
It's easy to clean and only 5 payments of $69.99.
Oh man, you're charging a lot for these spider pussies.
Oh my
The
god.
terrorist dude.
Oh shit.
You motherfuckers.
I'm okay with turning this into like a home shopping channel for spiders.
I am.
I'm definitely okay with that.
That is that. No,
That's a great idea.
that is a terrible idea.
That's one of the best ideas that any of us have ever had.
No, it is not.
Okay, Sage, I won't take credit for
You can have all the credit.
That's not really fair to you.
It is plenty fair to me.
You'd never take like your ideas away.
that. Without the extensive catalog of Sage Industries products, we couldn't possibly have a channel like this.
Yeah.
Well, what else would you sell, Sage?
I mean, I hope I sell like a book at some point. No,
Like the kind of books that Kanye and his cousin read about spiders?
no.
It'd be like Spider Outlander or some shit.
Alex, do you think Diddy Kong isn't in like Donkey Kong games anymore because of P Diddy?
I think you're gonna have to change the name.
Did they take? Is he not in the latest game?
No, he's not. Or at least that I know of.
I don't know. Maybe.
Still want people thinking about that.
I think they're gonna have to change his name, and they're gonna make it like a weird symbol, or it'll be like the donkey formerly known as Diddy.
The donkey formerly known as Diddy. that almost is worse. that's almost worse.
He's pretty good.
There might be a mortar change.
There might be a what?
Mortar change.
Oh shit.
Big bird guy. I don't know yet.
I don't know. Is there any spider fiction coming out soon, Sage?
Not that I'm aware of.
There's gotta be
I don't pay
spider
attention to spider fiction.
Yeah, I find that hard to believe.
I bet there's a lot of spider fiction.
Let's see what.
You know, there probably is. I'm not paying attention to
I
it.
mean, Dungeons and Dragons. Oh. Well, Dungeons and Dragons.
I've actually never once played Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, you probably like it.
I don't think I'd like it.
It's a spider.
Well, don't, sell me on it.
Okay, I will. So you see, there's these evil elf people that live underground and they worship spiders, much like you do. I think you find a lot of common ground with them, right? And then their goddess is like a giant spider lady. And if
I don't want it.
and she can magically turn other people into spider people.
I hate it. I hate it 3000.
So, like, if you ask her really nicely, she can make you a spider.
I don't. Why? I don't want to be a spider.
No, you don't want that sensation of being, like, eaten after mating?
I wouldn't. Actually. No, I don't want that. I would not like to experience that. He's over there.
You can also shapeshift it.
I don't want to do that either.
Do you ever, like, turn into a spider and then, like, you're halfway through fucking up the spider lady and then turn into a person, like, halfway through it?
No.
You tricked her?
I feel kind of catfishing spiders. So.
Fuck that.
More somewhere. If not,
How do you find spiders that are interested in
that.
people?
Oh, I do that.
yeah, how do you do that?
Yeah, how do you
How do I what?
find spiders that are interested in humans?
I don't. No, I only
Unless-
It's,
So you're saying that it's locked? Is that what you're telling me? You just happen to do it? Oh, my God. That was a big hit. You're at 35 health. You don't have to think about that.
I don't even know if there's any health left in this arena or not.
There might be some in there, in that building. I know I saw armor.
No, he's looking right now.
You can go back to that door and that doesn't help you back there. There you go.
I read that as
Oh, sweet.
cringe.
Wait, what? Oh! That would be amazing.
Like hide in this little.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
There's stuff around here you don't have these bolt guys.
Oh, bulk guys. Sorry, that was fuck it. Oh my god, go down! Jesus fucking Christ, man.
You still got oh, no you don't.
Nope, I'm dead.
Get out of there and find it. There's some around somewhere you can find it. Stay in cover, get to the build.
Cool.
Okay, go back. If you go back to the building that he was standing by, there's stuff. You go in the upstairs.
Right here?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my. That's full. Okay. Alright, we're back to.
Alright, sure.
Is active.
If you press all the buttons, you get.
Yeah.
Anything else weird happen lately?
What has been going on lately? I'm trying to think. Besides the mice. I haven't seen a whole lot of, like, entertaining weird. I don't think. Did you see the,
Got him with the grenade.
Nice.
Okay.
Did you see that England was testing a anti-drone weapon?
No.
Yeah, it's basically how it works is they send out like this massive pulse of radio waves, just like fuck up the drone's internal system,
Okay.
and they
Like a mini EMP? Or...
yeah, except it only like kind of hits the drones that are it's targeting, right?
Oh.
And it's so far in tests, it's done extremely well. Like they can take out whole swarms of drones with one pulse, and this is something that is relatively easy to make, relatively easy to use. You could probably slap it on the back of a truck.
Damn.
So
that will change things.
yeah, well, I don't know what the hell warfare is going to look like. I don't know if anybody does. Because drones are revolutionizing everything. Now we've got this arms race with anti-drone weapons.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. You wonder almost if they're kind of trying communication with the drones, if the future isn't totally autonomous, like drone technology, all self-contained.
Well,
by
this
AI.
doesn't just try the communication; it fucks up all the drones.
Interesting.
I mean, AI robots are definitely on the battlefield. That's going to be a thing.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if just in general, the future of drones isn't like just letting the AI systems make their own calls.
I think
you
so.
don't have to maintain radio connection with them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did you guys
That's
see
going to be kind of scary when the AIs are making the judgment calls.
Oh yeah,
It probably is the future.
and how many people are they going to move due to bad programming? Like, whatever government is going to be like, well, the AI fucked up. But there's nothing we can do about it now.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing, did you see the robot marathon in China?
Yeah,
That was hilarious.
Robots with total piece of shit.
Yeah, did you see that thing?
No, I
Dude,
don't even know
it
what
was hilarious. Like,
God, yeah, China let their own hype get to their head and embarrass themselves by putting all these robots in America.
the robots
That's
were
amazing.
literally falling
They were
apart.
crumbling.
There was smoke coming out of them. Their heads were flying off. They were tripping over themselves.
Oh, this sounds amazing.
It was incredible.
That's the one thing you always got to be careful about China, because they'll make everything look good when they put out like these videos, but you see like an actual. Even Russia now is starting to reject Chinese car imports because of the low quality.
Not surprising.
But I mean, it's Russia, dude. Like the quality.
That is a little hypocritical. Well, that is a little hypocritical. Russians
make
make the worst cars.
Yeah, their cars are awful. They don't sell them any. Even the post-Soviet world isn't interested in their cars.
Oh.
Like, they just sell in
This
Russia.
was a little risky. So.
But yeah, even the Russians, people find it shitty. Like that.
That's wild coming from them.
Especially right now, because I feel like they've already sent all their cars to Ukraine.
Yeah, well, they have been buying a ton of Chinese stuff. So I don't know if it's just they're worried about their own domestic industry. 'Cause I'm pretty sure. I mean, I would not be surprised if the Chinese cars have quality issues, but I'm pretty sure they're better.
I think so. I think it's probably some kind of protection.
Yeah, they're probably just worried about how much market share the Chinese cars are scooping up.
Does it mean?
Although Russians are so broke that when they started importing the Chinese cars, they were talking about how they were out of like the price range of the average Russian consumer, which is the exact opposite fear that people in the West have, which is they're terrified the Chinese will undercut their car industry. The Russians were like, these things are too expensive.
That makes a lot of sense. Russia is a sad, sad country.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I was listening to an interesting thing the other night. Did you know that, I got a little story for you. So back in the 70s, when the Russians had like their big Olympics in Ukraine, because they wanted to show off how great communism is, they did like a lot of massive construction projects.
So it's a stand-up comedy bit.
A little bit.
You said in the 70s?
Yeah.
And they fell down like 20 years ago.
Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse. So when they wanted to build a whole shitload of commie blocks or in the city. To,
Oh yeah, nothing makes your town look nice like a shit ton of commie blocks.
That was their plan, man. And so while they were doing like the initial phases of like, work to like set up like foundations for the buildings, figure out where they should be built, they brought in a bunch of people with these like moisture detectors that work by having radioactive elements inside of them, and that you stick in the ground.
And that the ground's more radioactive.
So they're supposed to have shields around the radioactive bits, so that doesn't happen. However, one of them broke and leaked its radioactive shit into the ground.
Into the groundwater?
No, fortunately. It could have been a lot worse if that happened. But what happened is it was just one little pellet of cesium that got lost. And the construction workers were immediately like, we got to take this up the chain, we should have construction stopped so that we can find it. But the notification went all the way up to like the heads of the government. They're like, no, fuck that. We got to do this fast. Leave it.
Okay.
And so nobody kept looking for this little radioactive pellet. It would eventually make its way into a pile of gravel that was then used as construction material.
Ooh.
So eventually, an apartment building was built using it.
Oh, fuck.
And it just had a big piece of cesium in the walls. And people sleeping next to it kept getting, dying of leukemia.
Jesus Christ.
For, years, right? And, initially, all the doctors were like, well, there's just a lot of people in this building with congenital leukemia. There's no other possible explanation. And that was despite the fact that this thing in the wall was so radioactive, and somebody had put, a rug or something up on the wall, and it burned a hole through it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And the doctor's professional opinion is that there could possibly be more going on here.
No. And it would be, basically almost the fall of the Soviet Union before someone finally realized, oh shit, there's radioactive shit in the walls. And they had to take, the entire place apart. And the single apartment room that it was in was as radioactive as, the reactor in Chernobyl.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's insane.
Hey, and just imagine a Russian doctor being like, I'm prescribing you 50 cc's of substance. Do not complain.
Yeah, they had to send dudes in hazmat suits, special trucks, just cut this segment of the wall out and drive it to a testing center somewhere. Good times in Russia.
I guess in Ukraine. What happens when you used to be part of Russia?
This is why they don't want to go back.
I can't blame them.
You gotta wonder how long Russia's gonna stay around as a country.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always it's got 1 foot into failed state territory.
It does.
But it's been that way for a couple centuries.
That's kind of true.
You probably have to go back to the heyday of the Russian Empire to see a semi-functioning Russian state.
Pretty much. I guess probably the 60s would have been the best time since then for the Russians.
Yeah.
And that was still pretty rough.
I mean, it's amazing. Russia never had 20 years like the Chinese just had.
No.
Just never.
Because, China was able to uplift itself to being an actual world power. The Soviet Union kind of did that militarily, but never in terms of, status of living.
No. I mean, the thing is, the Soviets managed to be an ideological. which meant it built an alliance of people that were anti-West. But it never built the kind of influence.
The Soviet Union was never or diplomatically.
Well, I mean, we mechanized the Soviet Union. That was us. they weren't going to do it on their own.
Nope. So those frogs lick you a lot. Would you lick them?
No.
What if you give them?
I ain't looking a little frog's head.
Patton was right, though. We should have just plowed into the Soviet Union after beat the Nazis.
Yeah.
It would have been a pretty quick mop-up operation. It would have looked pretty bad because they were supposed to be allies, but it would have been an easy mop-up operation.
That's hard to say because that was the Red Army at its best.
No, definitely the Red
It was
Army
depleted,
at its best,
but
depleted, yeah.
But we were overextended.
That's also that. Is.
It would have been a bloodbath. I think we could have won, especially because we had nukes, but it would have been a bloodbath.
Yeah, it's...
Germany would have got fucked in the process.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. But Germany was already a hulking wreck.
It was. But it would have just probably ceased to exist if the Allies and the Russians were duking it out, especially because the Russians probably would have taken it out on the civilians.
Yeah, well, they are.
Exactly.
But I don't know, man. I mean, well, we could have just pushed the rest of Europe into the gaping maw of the Soviet Union. It's like wrecked the continent and called it a day.
Just leave a big smoking ruin behind. Mission accomplished.
Why not? Alternate history of it would at least be interesting, right?
Yeah. I'm surprised there haven't been more like video games with that kind of concept. Like a World War III going hot right on
the heels of World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
fuck it.
Patton was not the only person saying that the best time to hit the Soviets was immediately after Berlin fell.
Mm-hmm. And he did mysteriously die.
Yeah. He said a number of things.
He made a lot of enemies. I mean, he was a very
American
combative person.
political establishment.
He wasn't as much of a dick as MacArthur.
No, MacArthur was way better at politics.
He was. At least up until the Korean. Then he got stupid as hell.
Yeah, well, he really wanted to be the guy that took that check.
He did, and
he wanted it back.
And all he did was lose us all of our games in the Korean War.
And then when after he did that, he was like, "Well, the only way is to nuke every major city."
Yup, as if that would provoke the Soviets to start World War III.
Yeah, even with the rivalry between the Soviets and the Chinese, they would not follow.
No, if we because once we do that, the genie's out of the bottle.
Yeah,
right. If we're going to nuke a big communist nation, the Russians are going to go, "Fuck it, we're next. Let's do it."
Especially because China didn't have nukes at that point, so Russia would have felt obligated to defend their fellow communists.
And that was during the period where the H-bomb was a major escalation.
Yeah.
So, the Russians knew it was being researched.
Yeah.
So they would have gone, well, America might get better nukes than us, we better use what we have now.
Before the entire power system changes.
Especially if we depleted a bunch of our arsenal bombing cities in China. It was not a good plan.
And that's why Eisenhower was
What the?
much smarter president than MacArthur would have been.
Oh, yeah.
Just understood the fact that, we were in a delicate dance.
Guys.
It is mind-numbing how many people in the American political establishment after World War II thought that we could, give up our nukes and the Soviets would stop researching.
Yeah, that's not how
that was so stupid. The idea
that shit's around forever.
The idea that Stalin would have been like, "Oh yeah, America got rid of nukes. We don't need nukes."
Yeah, fuck Stalin, dude. All people. That's one of the hard lessons that every country has had to learn. It's like, if you want nukes, you better fucking get them. Because until you get onto that level of power, you ain't shit. Everybody's going to stomp all over you.
Well, and it also shows that that once you get nukes, it doesn't matter what your political system is or how people feel. It changes the entire way the world interacts with you.
Oh, by the way, Sage,
Yeah.
if you saw that big pit that was down there with skeletons in it, one of those like giant lizard demons would come out of that.
Oh, right.
Like South Africa would probably still be an apartheid nation if they kept their nukes.
Most likely, yeah. There's a machine spirit for it.
Cool. Sweet. Shooting. Oof.
I mean, that's why North Korea still exists, is my guess.
Mm-hmm. That's why they'll never give them up. And that's why they wanted them in the first place.
Yep.
It's not because North Korea is going to nuke anybody, because the math on that is horrific for the North Koreans. But it definitely, protects the regime.
Well, they saw what happened to Iraq, and they were like,
Or Gaddafi.
Because that was specifically like the period where they were like, okay, yeah, we're going to do it.
Yeah, Gaddafi was like seen as a world hero for giving up his weapons, which he didn't have. But America hyped up how he was giving up his chemical weapons and stuff like that, and was like, "Oh, he's a hero." And then look, it wasn't like 10 years later. They're like, "Oh, we're going to kill this guy."
So can I grab the key out? Oh, just hit this.
And you can definitely also talk about Ukraine.
Can I turn it back?
Yeah, they shouldn't
No,
have given up their
Give them their nukes.
They got protection guarantees from
Oh,
Russia.
fuck me.
And those guarantees weren't worth shit.
Ah!
Well, it definitely shows you that at the end of the day, it's really about love. No promise. Like everything else.
There are secret else in some of the pages of that one.
Everything else is just paper.
Oh my god, I literally started with like full everything. I mean, like I can't get to the next one without getting hit.
You gotta kill these things
They
fast.
know
Okay.
them. At least if you stay out of their range, they can.
They can charge you.
Yeah, they're fast too.
And that big guy's got like a weird sword.
Don't need to be dealing with that. That's fuck me.
You just run through you.
Yeah, that was kind of hilarious. You turn around, just this blur just smacks you. Do you have any better, bigger weapons?
Nope.
Oh, fuck.
Get that
Melt
monster.
them. Switch to your. Oh, wait, do you have it?
Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't have it yet.
Yeah, I don't have that weapon.
Might have been in a box outside. But.
Ah, fuck.
You gotta get that cannon.
Ah! I'm not physically moving like that's gonna help.
You can keep him as far away from you as possible. Ooh, that's good. That worked, though. Yeah.
Got it. Whew. Okay.
That was a tough one.
Damn sumbitch.
At least you saw some health.
Yeah, that could have gotten worse. Yeah, there's refill here.
Yeah, fortunately, the game is pretty generous with supplies.
Alright. Yeah, I'm not sure what the next game we're going to do is, actually, after this one. There's a lot of options. Well, I'm hoping for... I want to have us do Indiana Jones.
That'd be cool.
That just came out recently. For that PlayStation version.
Right.
Try to leave me, like, somewhere else.
Pretty sure it's color. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So much. Terminator.
I gotta
Distract you. No worries.
Another game we should do on the channel at some point. Not necessarily next or something like that.
Right.
But I think you'll enjoy it. If you've ever heard of Turbo Agent.
I've heard of it.
Okay, yeah, that game it's nuts. It's just like over the top of everything. We need some more heavy ammo. Dank the moss down there. Go down here.
Demoss. Shield. Yeah. Fuckers.
I would make a joke comparing it to Rochelle.
Well, that's why she's like a bad person or something.
Yeah,
Right?
she's a traitor. Adele losing weight is a crime. Wouldn't you agree with that, Alex?
What's up?
Would you say that Adele not being fat anymore is a crime against humanity?
No fat girls are mad about it.
Ooh,
Oh, fucking God. I forgot he did that.
yeah, you could jump over it, but it's
I think they're
not easy.
They're mad at Lizzo too. I think.
Yeah, because she's losing weight, actually.
Yeah.
She is. It was because
South Park actually seemed to have knocked some sense into it. Mind you, I mean, it doesn't make up for the whole banana thing, but...
she should probably never not be referred to as banana ass from now on.
Yeah.
Banana cream pie.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Those guys are going to keep going until you get a big one.
Right. Ah, God damn it.
Can't round a corner without this shit in your face.
Pretty much can't.
At least it's a bigger ring.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel like I've got a lot of to move.
Yeah, we're moving through this episode so far.
I think we might finish it today.
We might, actually. It's only 4. We're actually almost done with this level of the code. Not get fucked by that big guy.
Oh, God damn it, I thought I picked up ammo for that. I jumped.
I think it's because of the way it was angled towards you.
So it's going at me. So it's jumping isn't going to help.
It will. It won't help from that spot. If you were in a different position relative to him.
I don't see any ammo for like the bigger guns. Anyway.
You can check inside someone's box. Also, if you go back to that area where there were those laser fences earlier, some of them might be unlocked at the moment.
I think they cut back off and closed when I came back through.
Really?
Because there's that really big door I had to open to get into it. Yeah, deal with you. God damn it. Every time I get back to him, it's like all I have is like this.
That's definitely not gonna work.
Anything left in this?
You know, in the ultra hard mode. Oh fuck!
Okay, so jumping made it hit me that time.
In the ultra hard mode, he actually does like a double flash attack.
Oh fuck that.
Yeah, so like ooh, right back to back. Yeah, there are a lot of resources scattered around, but they're like big boxes and types of shit. I think some of them even respawn.
That's nice. That's a window I can't go in.
I haven't slept.
In, like, the last day, or like how long are we talking?
Last week. I demand no.
Alex, you got people coming for gnome content.
You're the gnome person, man.
Well, Alex, we put these up for you. We've all been coordinating this for weeks.
They're not on.
Well, we were kind
you want
enough
to take them
to.
home?
You're
I mean, we figured we'd give you,
I
you know.
don't, I don't deck the halls with gnomes. That's you. That's you got gnomes on your wall.
Well, it's not the halls, right? But
Okay. I feel like that's the less important part of that statement. Your house is covered in gnomes.
oh, there's. Yeah, for you.
Is that how you?
We did it all for you, Damien.
No, you put these up. You put these up so that
Why aren't you
spiders,
grateful?
Yeah.
Spiders when you swing.
Oh,
Ah, fuck me, man.
Juke yourself.
Is that what you do, Sage? You let the spider let it go over.
I think he does. Do you like threesomes with spider ladies?
No,
What if you had?
You need.
I'm not Alex. I'm not into the whole gang bang scene.
Okay. You sure you don't like? Yeah,
Sage likes to have a deeply intimate experience with a single spider.
I see. Yes, you're very romantic about it until you leave them for, not thank down for it.
For a new spider, okay. New shiny.
What's even hitting me?
I think that was the big guy.
I cannot. There's like no ammo for the big guns around here anywhere.
If you could. Ooh. Oh,
Oh, fuck you.
you can. Shit.
Oh my god, literally at the last second you
Shit.
fucking run out of ammo, you piece of shit.
Alright, well, you got him. There's more health around.
My house got. Is there?
There is more health. You just have to find it.
I feel like all I'm doing is looking for shit, and then by the time I get it, I'm like, it like basically cancels out.
You didn't use one of the health packs in this guy.
Yeah, there's more.
Picked up the one.
Oh man, the Emperor survived.
So I don't know what direction to look in anymore.
Go down. There's multiple levels that all have stuff on them. And yeah, I know the big guy's down here, but you can spoil it. Don't waste time. Just keep it. There you go.
Oh, okay. Whew. Okay, we look better. Of course, that doesn't help me with the ammo I need to actually kill this thing, huh?
I know there's another weapon you can get around here. I don't remember if it's the melted gun. I don't remember if the bench is longer, but I know you can get it. That's the sticky bomb thing. Still sticky. There are more grenades if you want to keep doing that.
And that's something. That did a decent amount of damage.
Yeah.
It's not ineffective.
Basically anything that smacks them real hard, you know?
Yeah.
It's almost dead.
Oh,
Get back up there. You might be able to finish him off with either your bolt cutter or your bolter. Ooh.
just fucking die. There we go.
Don't collect his armor right now.
Shit.
Don't collect it right now. It's good bullshit all over.
For how long does that happen? Does it just not stop? Or?
It does stop, but it does take a minute. You made it.
Fuck.
Yeah, there's the power.
Oh my god, really? Really?
Yeah, that was open.
Fucking god.
Oh, new gun
damn
behind
it. New gun behind me?
Right there.
Oh, there's the melt.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would have helped you too.
Well, whatever. We did it. It's fine.
It doesn't matter. As long as you do it, it doesn't matter how you do
That's what Sage says about spiders.
That's what you say about gnomes, motherfucker.
Gnomes on my wall.
it.
We did that for you, man.
At your house?
Why aren't you grateful?
Because you're looking at these all the time. I get to go home and not look at this.
I mean, we thought.
See, she's gonna just send you like pictures every 5 minutes.
Well, see, what we were thinking is me, Ulysses, and Michael all got together, and we thought, it's not fair to Alex.
Did you decorate these yourself, say?
No, that's Claudia's job. But what we said, the three of us got together and we made a plan. We all said, hey, Alex is going to put these in his bin, and he's just going to be, put them in the closet. He's going to think about them, but he's not going to get to look at them. And now every Tuesday you get to look at them. So we thought we were really doing you a kindness.
I mean, if you'd rather put them in your bin. Don't say we didn't give you a choice.
We did give you a choice.
Fair enough.
Well, that's 10 more gnomes you could have in your closet.
A few hours a week, they'll be here with you. What's happening again?
I mean, this house does also have that gnome spot.
Yeah, Alex fucked its legs off. He fucked it so hard it's a war cripple now.
Is that true?
You've seen it, right?
Oh, I haven't lately.
Dude, you go outside, it's like its legs are off, it's part of its face is...
Wow, Jesus, what did you do to it, Alex?
Clearly part of its face has been, jizzed on to the point of destruction.
Damn, dude. That's fucked up.
It looks like a victim of, some sort of, serious invasion.
Oh, you finally got 5 of them. Fine.
Where is it? Oh, shit. Okay, finally, we're picking up all bug guns. All right.
Michael didn't like the fact that those little guys were called Nerdmen.
Yeah, Michael really didn't like the name Nerdling. I think it reminded him of Youngling from Star Wars, the Star Wars prequels, too much.
Well, I mean, that is stupid. How does it feel about you calling your young fighter?
Good question.
I've never called them that. You guys fucking bring that shit up.
That's what they're called, though. They're called
Okay,
Spider-Man.
well, I'm not a scientist. I didn't decide.
Yeah, you just fuck them.
No.
Maybe we spent a little more time with this Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, you could get to know them.
I don't want to.
I mean, maybe they got some hobbies, Maybe they want to play catch.
What am I supposed to do, do talks and walk hard?
That's right.
You're illegal.
Yeah.
Basically, all the guns handed to you right off the gate.
How far into Chapter 3 are we at this point?
This is maybe the second or third to last.
Okay, so we're eating through it pretty
We're
well.
rolling. You're doing pretty good, though. Once you get to the purge room.
Alright.
Let the havoc commence.
Fucking health and shit. Ammo. Oh god, Jesus Christ. Just already. Are there bosses we haven't seen still, or is it going to be pretty much the couple that we fought, we did?
We've seen basically everything the game has to throw at you.
Okay.
But it's going to be more intense.
Oh my god.
I believe this level has another big bad dude after that.
Awesome.
There are, however, there's a new boss enemy in the DLC, and a couple of new enemies that have some new tricks up their sleeve.
You said the DLC part is a little bit easier, but the levels are longer.
I found it to be a bit easier.
I wonder how much of that is also just you're so used to it, you know your way around it by the time you get to it.
Well, part of what makes this series of levels so difficult is that you're kind of stuck in very confined spaces, right?
Right.
And generally speaking, the DLC levels give you more open areas to run around.
Okay, well that's nice. Like that last boss there, that would have been a lot harder if that had been a small room.
Exactly. And the new enemies, some of them specifically use rocket attacks.
Okay.
And one of the things that it's worth remembering when you get to that part is you can shoot the rockets down.
Okay.
You also get a rocket launcher.
Oh, nice.
But enemies can shoot your rockets down. So be careful when you use it.
Yeah.
Telling you this now because I might not be here through the DLC part.
Right.
Other person.
Well, man, that's fast.
Yeah, it is kind of purge after purge at this point. It's like being interrupted. Yeah, what else is going on today?
Well, be prepared for a whole lot of Oblivion nostalgia everywhere.
Why Oblivion? That's the shittiest one.
They shadow dropped that remake today.
Who cares?
I mean, I don't, but
If it was
a lot
Morrowind,
about it.
if it was Morrowind, I'd love to see it. You know?
Yeah. Then again, I also feel like there's a good chance they'd fuck that up.
They probably. I don't know how they do it, but they do for that right.
Even the Oblivion game is like 120 gigs.
Why?
I mean, no one knows how to do fucking like decompression and like coding
Yeah,
anymore.
that's one of the big problems with the fact that hard drives have gotten bigger is that people absolutely can do compression. They're just like, well, who cares? Everybody's got like 5 terabytes, right?
Come on, die.
Gotta die fast.
Woo. Gotta die fast.
Also, like, why Oblivion? Like, that wasn't that long ago. I feel like if you're gonna do a remake, why don't you do like fucking Daggerfall?
Well, that would also, yeah.
I mean, that wouldn't excite me, but at least it would be more fodder for a remake, because at least you could make it not look like shit.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Maybe make it play a little like shit.
I don't know, man. I mean, other than Morrowind, I've never understood the deep love that so many people have for the Elder Scrolls in general.
It has one great game and one okay game. Everything else is, everything else is really good.
Alex, did we tell you that we got a 4-player Warhammer game for us to play?
Yeah, it's one where you play with the orcs.
Which are like the...
Soccer
they all have like British soccer hooligan accents. Their currency is their teeth.
Yeah, they punch each other's teeth out, and that's just their money.
That sound like Plus.
Oh yeah, the orcs are like the goofiest part of the franchise. Almost everything they're in is like mostly just comedy.
So many fuckers in there.
They still have like the over-the-top brutality to them, like you'd expect.
Right.
But you're not supposed to like think that there's some deep fucking thing ever. It really does just feel like, I don't know, some British nerds are like, man, fuck these guys in football. We're gonna finish the war.
Soccer really didn't get my joke there.
That's true.
They had to ban newspapers and leak pain.
It's like Philadelphia before Philadelphia.
Man, and then now you can't even use, you gotta round the tips off all the time.
Oh my god.
Man, that thing's shredded.
Oh, Jesus. No point. What's not a knife then?
Not every knife needs a point.
By definition, yes, they do. God damn it, Idris Elba.
They're gonna have to round the tips off all the forks too. And even that, people are gonna be like, Walking Deading each other with spoons.
Yeah, probably just get rid of all the utensils.
Spoons don't all need a round edge.
Yeah, what are people gonna do? Like, if they have to ban every utensil because people keep killing each other with them?
Fuck it, god damn it.
Let's start using chopsticks, I guess.
Oh, you can't use chopsticks?
You can
Come
poke
on.
someone's eye out
Come
with
on, that's
those.
dangerous.
That's true.
That is
you can
irresponsible.
totally poke someone's eyes out with chopsticks.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to China, like, everybody's blind.
Yeah, are they?
Yeah, they only use chopsticks there. They have to use chopsticks.
Dangerous stuff. Need that chopstick control.
That's right, man. You gotta have a license for chopsticks.
Do you have your chopstick license?
You gotta be at least 21 to buy a pair of chopsticks.
No, that's a weird country. What happens when you think that regulation can solve everything?
They really can.
Not human nature related issues.
You gotta have regulation, but you can't overrule it.
But that's the problem when, like, you start getting super paranoid about law enforcement and just, like, enforcing law, then you start thinking, oh, you can, like, regulate and fine and set up a license structure, and that will stop people from breaking the law.
Yeah, because that's really what people think about. Should I stab this guy with a knife? Well, I don't know. Let me check and see if I filled
Oh,
out
shit,
Form 21A.
my stabbing license.
A stabbing license.
That'd be
007 license to stab.
That'd actually be pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, just think, how are they going to put their beans on the toast in the future?
Might be all they can eat in the future.
Yeah, how do you do that without a knife?
Or a spoon.
Or a spoon?
Or a fork.
You just pour it directly out of the can onto your toast.
Hey, no cans. They got sharp edges.
True, that's true. That's
You
true.
could absolutely murder someone.
Oh, what are they going to do then? I feel like canned food is like how they live.
Oh man, that's a good question. They're just gonna have to like take those beans right out of the ground.
Well, they have to import our beans.
That's true.
That's true. Already important.
You get none of those beans. Yeah, that's a good one. Just going over these. Yeah, that'd be fun. Playing this game on like extra hard thing is what maybe really appreciates stuff.
Yeah, like it comes in handy a lot on that. What is I don't even know so many things. Did I do it?
Yeah, everybody's dead.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, nothing's spawning at the moment.
Alright, Jesus Christ.
All of the putrescent scent of this.
What do you think the putrescent scent of heresy actually smells like?
Maybe they make a candle.
You got rest button.
Oh, did I wait too long?
Yeah. That should be Gwyneth Paltrow's next pussy candle.
The putrescent scent of heresy. Burning your house down.
Exploding fuzzy candles.
Exploding putrescent candles.
Wasn't it only supposed to smell like the spiritual energy of her pussy, like not like actual pussy?
Like an actual...
Something.
Do you think people felt ripped off when they bought those and they were like, hey, wait a minute.
I think somebody did. Probably a dude who bought it, hoping it would smell like Gwyneth Paltrow's pussy, and it just smelled like, I don't know, lilac or something. He's like, what the fuck is this shit? You know there's at least one gooner who's into Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah?
Like,
Oh my god, how many of you are there?
just lights it. Like, I can't fuck this candle.
What a ripoff.
This isn't going up my ass.
Anymore. Well, shit, if we just finish episode 3 today, maybe even end it slightly early, depending on, like, want to just get into the DLC next week. Just because this is so fast-paced, it's almost starting to cramp my hand the way that Doom Eternal would.
So you know you got a good shooter. If it gives you carpal tunnel. Yeah, Doom Eternal, man. That might be the only game that ever fucked up both mine and your hands, like, you know, the same way.
I want to do, like, higher difficulties for that at some point, but I think I actually need to buy compression clips to play.
That's crazy.
That is, like, one of the most intense, like, video game experiences there is.
Fucking Dark Ages, dude.
That's good.
That new trailer they just put out.
That's gonna be fucking good.
Oh, Alex. I mean, I know you don't know a ton about, like, the worlds and mythology, but do you know what Quake is?
I know Quake.
Okay. You know how it's all, like, Lovecraftian and shit, and Doom is very specifically not that? Well, at the end of the new trailer for Doom the Dark Ages, just straight up Cthulhu fucking comes out of the ground.
Yeah, and there's a couple other enemies that look kind of reminiscent of enemies from the Quake games.
Okay.
And it's,
I'm wondering, well, me and Sage are both wondering, like, is this going to be like a crossover?
I mean, and we've been thinking that would happen for a long time now.
Okay.
And
slowly building towards it, so.
And Machine Games, the company that makes, like, the Wolfenstein, right?
Yeah, they did Indiana Jones recently.
They also put out some like, basically extra expansions for, like, the Retro Quake game.
Okay.
I think, like, were they even free? They might have been.
And well, I think they were free, and then they also they came with like remastered versions of the old games for console even.
Yeah.
And those new episodes that they made were specifically sort of crossing over with stuff between the various Quake games and Doom Eternal specifically.
Right.
So I feel like there's some kind of setup going on.
Well, then, Ulysses was the other day, you were telling me too, for the first time even, but about how the, it was kind of theorized already in the past that the, some of the enemy types in Quake seemed like they could maybe be versions of the Nazis from Wolfenstein that had, like, augmented themselves into different realities.
Yeah, 'cause you know how, like, the Nazis went to space in Wolfenstein games?
Yeah.
Like, that was a whole plotline that was never really resolved.
Right.
Not at all.
And in some of the Quake games, there are enemies called the Sprawl, right? And they're at first presented as aliens, but when you, like, actually get into their planet and see them, you pretty much see that they're basically, like, cyborg humanoids that are also, like, deeply fascist.
Okay.
And, like, it wouldn't surprise me if we're going to see some sort of crossover type thing where those space Nazis, due to their interest in old science, would eventually become those fascist cyborgs.
Okay.
And the Machine Games expansions for the Quake games specifically hinted at those guys being, like, connected in sort of the Lovecraft element of Quake.
Oh, shit. Okay. That's
So,
cool.
yeah.
And then, I mean, I don't know if you know this, but in the original game versions of all these games, it was actually, like, canon that at one point in the Wolfenstein's games, BJ Blazkowicz, like, is there for the Nazis to, like, open a portal to hell, and he fights a demon. And then that is later the cyber demon in Doom, and it needed all the, like, cybernetic enhancements because of how fucked up it got.
Yep. And it specifically said, like, I don't know, like, in 100 years, I'm going to torment your direct descendant or something like
Yeah.
Oh.
And considering the old Doom games are canon to the new Doom games, it's not a full reboot, it's actually, like, considering those as, like, story.
You might essentially be looking at, like, an id cinematic universe.
Yeah, like
Does that make
a
sense?
boomer shooter multiverse.
That's pretty bad.
And then it seems like, if that's what they're doing, they're being a lot more sort of, like, slow and like, pre-planned about it than, like, fucking, like, Marvel is right now, or, like, DC was before God.
I mean,
It's kind of nuts, right, to think that these, like, what originally were incredibly bare-bones, narrative-wise, first-person games from the 90s. Stop screaming.
It's funny if you stand next to them for long enough, and if you're, like, if somebody's not talking over it, you can hear them making weird noises.
Is
shit.
what's Marvel up to?
Yeah, what is Marvel doing?
Marvel? Well, let's see. The next movie is Fantastic Four, which looks like it could potentially be good. I'm skeptical, but I like what I'm seeing, so hopefully it'll be good.
And it's going to have Robert Downey Jr. in it.
Well, that's the thing is, it seems like he's not going to be in that movie, at least a lot.
He's just going to be the villain in the next Avengers.
Yeah, he's going to be the next Avengers movie is going to be all about him. But it seems like they're just going with like an actual accurate Galactus and stuff.
He's not going to be a fart cloud this time.
No, he's actually a giant.
What?
It actually looks like they're using like old school miniatures for the movie, kind of like the old Godzilla films.
Oh, interesting.
Which I think looks really cool. Actually,
that is a cool.
They're not being
Kill that. Dodge.
Oh.
And then kill that.
Oh fuck.
Bit overkill, but it works.
But because they're being a little coy with showing Galactus full on in the trailers. But the footage you have seen of him, it looks like it's a guy in a suit in a miniature city. It actually looks really good.
That's cool.
We'll see. I mean, my hope is that Robert Downey Jr., if he shows up at all, it's like a post-credit scene, and you can kind of just get this Fantastic Four movie without Doctor Doom in it at all.
Or if they have him be like a fake-out villain, maybe.
Well, my ultimate hope is still that the real plot here is that this is a fake Doctor Doom. That because Doctor Doom is a political genius strategist, he's using a fake version of himself, which he does in the comics, and that's what the Robert Downey Jr. version is, and that will either be killed or be revealed to be a robot or something.
Hopefully
early.
Doctor Doom was Tony Stark the whole time.
The revelation is that Tony Stark didn't die,
and he just is Doctor Doom.
Yeah. That'd be hilarious. I wouldn't put put it past current Marvel.
I mean, I really think I Hate You 3000 might be dialogue in the movie. I've been saying that for a while now, but I think that might happen. We'll see what happens, but yeah, I'm definitely pessimistic about Marvel. If they make a good movie, it's an accident, as far as I'm concerned right now.
They need to have a trend of good movies again in order to...
Yeah. Captain America, the new Captain America from earlier this year, decent. Fun. I wasn't unhappy that I saw it. It was a decent... It was a bit of a turn-your-brain-off action movie, but it was still entertaining. So that was an improvement. It was a small improvement, but an improvement.
Better than Eternal.
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely better than Eternals.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Watching this stuff,
You think of the Inhumans.
Yeah.
Those are two different things.
Surprisingly. They don't seem that different, but they are.
I mean, based on the versions of them that got made, yeah, they are. Picked up, comic books with them, but it's definitely a very different thing.
Sure. At least Eternals didn't have Old Man Carnage.
Remember Old Man Carnage?
The shitty old Japanese man.
There's a lot of him having sex in that.
There was way too much. I don't know who was asking for that.
Something about an old Japanese. They all have man boobs, no matter how skinny they are.
That is an unfortunate physicality to be a skinny old man and to have man boobs.
Yeah.
The way it is, I guess.
I guess it's all that sagging,
Yeah.
I suppose.
Are there skinny old women who maybe their breasts aren't super large, but they still sag super far?
I feel like you see that in the National Geographic. Tribal titties.
Yeah, tribal titties. That's gonna be bad.
I feel like that takes out a lot of.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it takes a lot out of you generally. I mean, when you see those people who are old, they look super fucking old,
Yeah.
Then you find out they're 50.
Oh, that's... I assume you can't actually destroy it. Okay.
Living outside is like a 2-pack-a-day habit.
Pretty
Wait,
much.
what's that?
So living outside is like a 2-pack-a-day habit.
Well, that's definitely true. I mean,
Face,
look at homeless people.
Mhm.
They age fast.
They do. Some of that's drugs.
Some of it's drugs, yeah. Oh, did you guys hear it? There's all kinds of lead and toothpaste.
Yeah, there's lead in toothpaste.
Yeah, quite a lot of it.
Like every brand, too.
Yeah. Somebody did like a study, there was just some person doing it. It wasn't like an institution, but they found that there was quite a lot of lead in every brand of toothpaste. Basically, just under the U.S. standards for how much you're allowed to have.
Oh, wow.
So it is legally the right amount, but those
It's a
standards,
safe amount of lead.
those standards are considered in a lot of parts of the world now to be way too high.
Outdated.
Yeah. And the response of the toothpaste companies to this study, which found them to
Is
be
that lead's good for your teeth?
no, it was a cease and desist letter.
Oh.
Even though they weren't being, nobody was saying they're doing anything illegal. They're like, well, you can't know how much lead's in them.
Yeah. It's like, we don't want anybody to know how much lead we're putting in your toothpaste.
That's true.
Yeah.
Always like when the cease and desist letter comes right away, and it's like, oh, you guys knew about this.
Mhm.
You're
Yeah.
well aware that there was lead in the toothpaste.
Some other dangerous stuff, would be like cadmium, for example.
Toothpaste's filled with fun things.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you'll have great teeth, but you'll be dead. Maybe that'll be in the future where, you won't be able to tell if someone's like a healthy Amish person or if they're just on meth. Their teeth will be all fucked up. Do Amish people use toothpaste?
Maybe in the basement.
They probably have like that Egyptian toothpaste. It's like charcoal and cat piss.
Okay.
Is that worse or better at this based on what
great
we just
question.
learned? That might be healthier for you.
What are the health benefits? Charcoal and cat piss.
I don't know, but that's what the Egyptians were using for toothpaste.
The Egyptians have a lot of funky ideas.
They were brushing their teeth though, just with cat piss.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if that helps.
Would they put the toothpaste up their ass if they got a heck toothache?
Maybe.
It was their response to like every problem.
That was the peak of Egyptian medicine.
Put it in your butt.
Yep.
It's whatever it is, whatever problem you have, something in your butt.
Take a robotossing animal.
I wouldn't be surprised if they actually did a version of that Eddie Murphy song like way back when. Remember that, right? Put a tree in your butt.
Yeah.
Put me in your butt.
You just gotta set that for like the ancient Egyptian style.
I think they probably had that, man.
That's something we should ask me
An ancient Egyptian version.
on.
Put a strigification in your butt.
There you go.
Sometimes in your butt.
Put the sun down in your butt.
I like it raw.
Yeah, raw dog in it.
The song could be called Raw Dog in Your Butt.
I wish Michael was different.
I know, you missed some good jokes here. You also missed Alex's reaction to all the gnomes.
Yeah.
You know he's gonna, if he does get back before we're like totally done today, you know the first thing he's gonna do is ask you about it.
Yeah. Well, then he's probably gonna reminisce about the 90s and talk about how they have fun.
Right.
Monkeys were bigger than
Really?
Zaboobafu.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Isn't that
The show Michael can't say the name of.
No.
He's always going Zaboobafu or whatever.
Well, it's the boob.
Zaboobafu, yeah.
Isn't that when that Brendan Fraser Monkey Bone movie came?
There's Monkey Bone. I think that might have been in the early 2000s. But George of the Jungle was in the 90s.
Yeah. He thinks he's...
Wasn't the Tarzan cartoon big?
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, that was a big 90s movie. Yeah, the Gorillas really got their start, man.
Watch out for bird brain.
Oh, fuck.
I feel like the 90s. Mighty Joe Young.
Mighty Joe Young, yeah, it's true. Donkey Kong. So maybe that's why he loves the 90s so
That
much.
explains
Like
a
a
lot.
big-
I think that all ties together.
We figured it out.
It was a big decade for monkeys. Isn't that what was that monkey spy movie that we watched called?
Wait, what? Oh, get out of there. Get out of
No,
there.
I can't. I'm
Oh,
backed
you're
up
dead
against the
then.
wall, dude. Oh, fuck.
Back off. Get either your Boltgun or your gravity gun, something. Oh, shit.
I am stuck, and I can't do shit.
Don't you remember that monkey spy movie? What was that called?
I don't think
Spy
that was
Mate?
90s. Spy Mate. Yeah, I don't think that was 90s.
That movie was crazy, dude. That movie was
That monkey looks terrified for the majority of
Didn't
the
they
scene.
strap that monkey to his snowboard and
like,
push him down?
yeah.
Oh, I remember you guys showing me that.
There's that screenshot. Jesus Christ, I'm already like completely fucking dead. Yeah, I should stay out of this fucking performance this time.
I think this is the final fight.
You're promised a win for a trip.
Christ. Super
Spy Mate
bad.
wasn't an 80s?
Really? That sounds like the most 90s.
It seemed very 2000s to me.
Well, can we argue that, like, maybe if it came out in, like...
No, 2006. So.
That's too late, yeah.
I forgot that was
It wasn't, yeah, it wasn't like the right at the start of the 2000s.
I was going to argue for Michael's benefit.
Ooh, Mission Chimpossible.
Mission Chimpossible?
I
No,
think
it's not called that.
That's
a different one, right?
That's the tagline for Spy Mate. Isn't it?
Oh, so
Okay.
but that is for the same movie. I thought you were telling me about a different,
No.
like unrelated monkey
I
movie.
forgot Emma Roberts was in
I think I'm going to do that.
it. Ooh, there's a movie called CIA that came out in
Yeah, Michael,
2020.
see that?
CIA.
CIA.
CIA?
There's a movie called CIA.
We just heard about Mission Chimpossible. Well,
Those are pretty good. Well, I mean, I don't like the second one as much out there, punch territory, but, you know. Yeah,
It says a secret agent who does not work for peanuts.
like, not an elephant? Like, what's one of
Yeah,
that?
because there's a banana in the cover, so maybe it's saying he works for bananas.
Well, that's a bad joke, because secret agents don't work for peanuts. Look, man, some bad jokes have a certain level of prestige to them. Yeah, that's where I'm going with.
You might have to check out CIA. for-
Yeah?
Well, I mean, we definitely got to have a movie night for Michael with CIA.
Well, we were just talking. We think that the reason we think the reason you like the 90s so much is because there was so much great monkey content back then.
It was a really big decade for monkeys.
Come on, Michael.
Oh, you do.
George of the Jungle, Donkey
Mighty
Kong,
Joe Young.
Mighty Joe Young.
Donkey Kong?
yeah.
Michael, CIA stars Skip Swinkin.
Skip Swinkin, what?
Yeah, it has.
Skip Swinkin.
It
I'm
has,
sorry, I'm stuck on this now. What?
it has a guy named Skip Swinkin.
That's not his name.
That's not anyone's name.
His name is Skip Swink.
No, it's not.
I don't believe you.
His name is Skip Swink. Holy Swink. Holy shit, it pulled down $90,000 at the box office.
Skip Schwink. So is Skip Schwink like an instruction?
I'm pulling it up on IMDb.
It sounds like a verb.
Yeah. Is it some sort of strange German expression?
Oh, he played Jimmy
Skip
Carter.
my Schwink.
Pretty sure that's what the guy who asked for his dick to be cutting off. He's wrong with that.
Oh, he was in that Reagan movie with.
Oh, Bedtime for Bronto?
No, with Dennis Quaid that just came out last year. Apparently,
Oh.
he played Jimmy Carter.
Huh.
Skip Swink. Oh, he played an uncredited U.S. Marshal in Killers of the Flower Moon.
Okay.
He played a guard in Tulsa King. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's like a character actor at that. He played Alpha Dog in CIA.
Thought you were gonna say you played Alpha Dog and Snow Dog.
Oh wow, he was just in another movie in 2019 called Ape Canyon.
Did I get him? Or did you
Ape
teleport?
Canyon.
Ape Canyon.
Got him.
Alright, shit.
Very good.
Wow, okay.
Oh, he really only started working in the last few years, it looks like.
Really?
Yeah, he was in
And he didn't change his name.
This is the second to last level.
No,
Okay.
still skip Slink.
Beat this, and then it's just a big boss fight.
All right. Yeah, we might. Maybe we'll even end the stream early then and just be like, hey, we beat this whole chapter.
Yeah, it sounds like playing Jimmy Carter in this Reagan movie is the peak of his career. So maybe he's on the upswing. It only came out last year.
They're not skipping Schwink anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. There's Skip Slink.
Huh.
He looks like he skipped Schlick.
He does.
He does Skip Slink. He skips Slink there.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I'm sorry, but
It's a weird name,
if that
man.
was my name, I'd change.
Okay.
Yeah. Like there are times when you should just change your name.
CIA.
I mean, that's a new movie night. Right.
Yeah, it is.
We got some monkey nights in the
Ooh,
Oh, there's we could have so many monkey nights.
Midnight Monkey Madness.
Midnight Monkey Madness. There you fucking go.
Should we squeeze in here?
Shit.
I don't know if it's fully squeeze in or not.
We can, but
Not right now.
yeah, just give me a chance to get to a spot where there's nothing happening. It's
Yeah.
not always easy.
This has been the most intense this game's been.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
You best say it's getting clobbered for a few times.
The chapters have been pretty short, but they've been just
Yeah, one of these levels
like
is like
bullet
10.
hell. I like how the delivery guy followed you up the stairs.
Yeah. It's the A-Car movie.
Ah, fuck you! No! No! Oh my... God damn it!
Michael, you're a big skip.
Because, no, I've never heard of that. Because it was kind of your birthdays, there's 4 pieces of garlic cheese bread.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
that's good. Cool.
Yep.
Where'd you order from?
John's Pizza on Cover.
Okay.
Never heard of it.
They were flattering for fries. Yeah, the pizza's really good.
Cool.
Okay. I think there's nothing going on.
We were just talking about how
There
we
you
love
go.
the '90s so much because of all the monkeys.
I could see that, maybe.
It's a monkey. It's a monkey heavy.
All of your favorite monkey
Yeah.
things.
I mean, again, I haven't seen any.
I guess that Planet of the Apes remake, that was from early 2000s.
That was early 2000s, yeah. But, George of the Jungle. You know? You've never seen George of the Jungle?
You are George. By Curious George. Yeah, we can scoot it a little more, I guess.
Yeah, I want to pull in a little bit as well.
Oh man, we're gonna have to watch this one. Yeah, because it sounds like something Michael would be interested in.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we can tell that.
This movie caused Michael's awakening. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
it is.
let's scoot in just a little
Before
bit.
you get into happy birthday and Alex, happy birthday, each of you.
Oh, shit! Oh,
which cover you want.
that's incredible. We need to hold them up to the camera.
Oh, yeah, man. There you fucking go, dude. That's funny.
That's beautiful.
That's funny. Well,
Mine has more DC characters on it.
I think it's a pretty even split.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's pretty.
That's
even split.
amazing. Good job.
You like
dude.
that one because
Yeah,
Shadow
you
so
nailed
close to
that
the
one.
Whatever, man.
I got those like a
man.
month.
Oh
This looks
no!
like ass. This looks like ass.
Come
Look
on.
at they're Batman and Shadow are riding motorcycles.
Oh my
Dude, there's
god!
nothing
Oh,
more
man,
broy
look.
than that.
Look, Sonic and the Flash.
Sonic wins the race too.
Yeah,
Whoa.
all the
Sonic is canonically
Faster
faster.
than-
Look at
all
that.
the Hedgehog
Look at
characters
that.
are superior to their Justice League.
Yeah,
Oh,
look
yeah.
look at Flash looking like a pussy, man, getting up in the dust.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I got those like a month ago. And
Yeah.
I've been sitting on them until.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's good.
Yeah,
I
that's
got
awesome.
on the plus side cheese breads.
I like cheese bread.
That's
I like the cheese bread.
Never had their cheese bread, so I don't really know what it is. It's kind of
Well, yeah,
like
I'll
the
try it
Italian
First
dumplings
show
method.
that way.
Then, uh,
Yeah.
let's see. Cheese seems to
cheese is
suck
stuck
on
to
it.
the
Yeah,
tin foil.
Goddamn.
so if you want
They're solid.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
pretty good.
I like cheese.
It's not my birthday, but I'll make one.
At least there's not beans on it.
That
Nah, There's not beans on toast.
Yeah, cheese on
cheese on toast.
else lines all over the place.
There's marinara as well if you guys want that. But
Actually, pretty good on it.
nice.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Marco.
Yeah, John's Pizza is pretty fucking awesome. It's right around where I work, so I can go there for lunch breaks and stuff.
Nice. One of the classiest
solid.
we've ever been on the stream.
This stream has been brought to you by John Pizza.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck yeah.
But no, thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
John Pizza should get one of those commercials like David's Pizza.
Oh,
Like
Yeah,
David,
but-
no, like David, no.
Mm,
Like David.
absolutely not. But, I mean, seriously, guys. Tell me we don't have to watch this movie for Michael.
No,
oh
what
my
is that
god.
shit? Is that some dumb shit?
Read the tagline.
Is that? When was this movie come out?
94.
Where do you? Wait. What do you do when your best friend isn't anything she likes? Ew.
Yeah.
God. Good God.
What do you do when your best friend's a 400-pound gorilla? Anything she likes.
That's
That's
terrible.
Michael's personal life motto.
Wow.
You're just better be glad that I'm enjoying this garlic cheese bread.
Mm.
Probably not as much as you enjoy the monkey,
No, I'm with the cheese bread.
though. No, you remember this?
Oh, yeah. Holy shit, there were so many monkey movies.
I don't know.
I hope this is going through on the stream.
What do you got? What do you got
These
there?
are all like the most 90s movie covers.
Have monkeys on them.
Monkey trouble. Huh?
Monkey Shines, Monkey Trouble.
We'll have to check all these out for you, Michael. Oh my god.
There might be a lot more.
Summer of the Monkeys.
That's behind you.
What the fuck?
All these goddamn monkeys.
I think
Might
that might
have,
be what
yeah,
it has
yeah.
to be, dude. I think that's exactly what we're gonna
Does
do.
Harry and the Hendersons count?
That's a romance, though.
It is.
It's a great movie.
It's a very hairy romance.
What is Bigfoot
excellent.
but a missing link between monkey and man?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think there were a lot of monkey movies in the 90s. Holy shit.
That's I think we solved.
I think
We
that's
solved
fair,
it.
yeah. I think that's why Michael loves the 90s. So.
This is definitely.
It was the decade of monkeys.
It's like the monkey time, man.
The first time was
This is what it is, man.
I like the 90s for cool things.
Like monkeys.
Like monkeys.
And how sexy they are.
The monkeys were there.
They were every movie in the 90s.
You know that the 90s were like the most monkey back then. Like, you can't even deny that.
I mean, we just saw proof.
Yeah, I mean, Alex pulled up posters for movies that we hadn't even heard of.
Dozens of kids dressed in the most stereotypically 90s way possible hanging out with monkeys. Too.
Is that what you did when you were a kid, Michael?
Everybody's
You put your cap on backwards and you pose with monkeys. Yeah.
Yeah, just have like
You were sideways.
I'm sorry, what,
You walk in with a skateboard and go, "How do you do, fellow monkeys?"
Did you bring extra caps for the monkeys so they could wear them sideways too?
your jean shorts
Jean shorts and a striped shirt,
with your hat, with your baseball cap on backwards, just hanging out with monkeys.
like the kids in like a Spanish textbook in a middle school.
I assume everybody thinks they're garlic.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Thank you.
solid.
Yeah, that was good.
That's good, yeah. You get people, I just want to be on camera really the difference in comics. So.
Yeah, that was great.
That
That
was
was
great.
fucking amazing.
That's pretty perfect.
I think you got pretty good with that.
Alex took 30 minutes to notice the gnomes up there too.
Oh, good job. Really? That's real, dude?
Yeah, that's for real. It's on camera.
It's all on the stream.
Yeah,
watch.
that's the greatest thing. I can watch the reaction.
Yeah.
We were thinking of you when we were like, we should start the stream a little early to make sure, you know.
Right.
We don't want Michael to miss it.
Good. That's an idea, dude.
I take that as evidence that I got obsessed over gnomes. Like, it was not my top priority to notice some fucking gnomes.
I think you're just being bashful.
Oh, I got
Yeah, you're one of the 7 gnomes.
I got
He's fucked all 7 gnomes.
Would you have hated Snow White more, Alex, the new Disney one, if they had made them nerds instead of
Well, I didn't watch the movie, but it probably would have been worse.
I can't believe they're finally retiring the live-action remake idea.
This is the one that was the nail in the coffin.
They're saying they're not going to make more of them because of this, how much money they'll have.
But they've also made like 2 or 3 more.
Yeah, they already have. They already
to come
have
out.
multiple ones in production, but they're
They like
claiming.
Stitch, man.
But the thing is if any of those make a shitload of money, they're
Right,
immediately going to
yeah.
reverse that decision.
They're going to be like, okay, back to Moana 2, or Moana live-action, or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that
they
they
do a
will.
live action version of Moana 2.
They probably will.
Right after. Just
Well, the live action of
classic
the first
Moana
one is one of the ones they've already got in the bag.
yeah,
So,
the first one, yeah.
yeah.
That movie was not that
I love
old.
that they're casting the same
That's-
actors too from the animated. Like, I mean,
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, they're
what is
literally
it
just
really
having The Rock
difference
play the
in this
character.
movie?
Yeah.
What? There's a little bit of live action there.
I mean, for Moana, I mean, I feel like The Rock doesn't look that much like now. Yeah, they're both big, but that's kind of all common.
I can't remember if I've seen the live action Mallory.
Well, yeah, that's come out yet. That's fucked up.
Oh,
It's
there's
in
set
production.
photos.
It's in production.
Yeah, no, they filmed it already.
Okay.
But I just wondered if they're going to CGI up his face and body a little bit. to look
Probably.
like
I think they'd have to.
Yeah, it'd be sort of like Will Smith using Genie.
No,
But also, like, The Rock can't sing. So, I don't know how they're going to work around
I
that.
don't know. They let him sing that "Your Welcome" song.
That was him in the animated
Well,
movie.
People liked it.
Well, the first Moana was kind of built around the fact that he couldn't sing, so they structured their music in a way where it would kind of hide that a bit.
I mean, they'll probably do the same thing.
Well, they
It's
tried
going
to
to just
do
be
it.
the same. It's going to be shot for shot the same film.
Probably. But I'll tell you that they tried to do the same thing in Moana 2, and it failed miserably.
Oh,
That's because, well, it was also
It was
supposed to be a
just obvious
Disney
he
Plus
could-
series, too.
It was just obvious he couldn't sing. Like, I won't lie, I like the You're Welcome song in the first movie. But, like, again, that's because
Oh, fuck.
Lin-Manuel Miranda. Or whatever his name is.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what his name is.
Lin Mandela Effect Miranda.
Yeah.
Howie Mandel.
Howie Magnesium, Howitzer. I don't know what his name is.
Lynn, Mike Lindell, man.
Mike Lindell Miranda.
Just a pillow musical.
He could be good.
He's dead now. Right?
No, he's still around.
No, he's probably
He might
gonna
be our
run-
next
he's
governor.
probably
Yeah.
going to run for governor.
No,
Yeah,
probably
he
win.
might be our next governor of Minnesota.
Minnesota. God.
Yeah.
That's where he's from. That's
We
where.
always have
Yeah.
the stupidest governors here. I mean, we had Jesse Ventura, now we're going to have Mike Lindell.
Who's worse between him and God, I'm blanking on his name right now.
Tim Walz.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
I don't
I don't know. I don't even know which one's worse.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say Mike Lindell.
Yeah.
Not that I'm some giant fan of Walls, but I think he at least he knows what he's doing to a certain extent.
They're kind of like one's the conservative version of the other, right?
No, Mike Lindell is crazy.
Lindell's close to doing like an Alex Jones that makes pillows.
He used to be on crack. That's
and
he goes on and like casually tells that story like Hunter Biden.
Oh yeah,
Walls is like the cringy, a little more cringy, awkward version of like Tim Pawlenty. Like he's still a pretty mainline politician. Lindell's like a psychotic conspiracy theorist. Lindell's like if Alex Jones ran for governor.
I won't call Walls a conspiracy theorist, but isn't he the one that said the stuff that he fought in Vietnam and crap like that?
No, well,
there was a little bit of that.
That wasn't exactly what he said, though. I mean, that was like a whole thing where because he fought in Iraq, didn't he?
He was in Italy. He was in Italy doing like logistics for the Iraq war.
Yeah, something like that. I don't remember.
But he didn't. He wasn't in a combat role. His unit deployed to Iraq, and then he left the unit like around the same time, and people were saying like that.
That's right. That's what it was. Yeah, thank you.
He spoke definitely inarticulately at best, where he kind of acted like he was in a war. He said things that made it sound like he was in a war zone, but he wasn't. But
yeah,
it's a pretty fuzzy case of stolen.
There's also an argument that he had claimed the wrong rank.
Yeah, that he because in the army you get like a probationary rank.
Oh, over there?
You don't even need money.
In the army, you get like a probationary rank, but if you don't finish everything, you don't retire at that rank.
Yeah.
So he was technically like a higher rank, like in rating. But when he retired, they bumped him down a rank because he didn't finish.
Yeah.
Well, then he wasn't. So,
I don't know. It was that one. That was a lot of technicality. It was like yes, he did kind of say those things, but it was on more like a technical basis.
I also don't think he ever said he was in like a combat role.
No, he did. He said the thing people got mad at him for was he said he carried weapons in war, and they were like, "Well, you were never in a war zone or like carrying a weapon in any type of combat situation."
It's definitely blown out of proportion.
It was a lot of nitpicking.
Yeah, I mean, that is the kind of thing where you can kind of weasel word it and be like, "Well, I held an AR-15 like at some point in Italy during the Iraq War."
I mean, the only thing that really had any bite to it in that was that people who were in his unit that served with him were angry because they thought he basically ditched them. Like he found out that they were going to deploy and left, and kind of left the unit without a command. So if there was anything to go at him for, that was probably.
So I think according to him, he had already planned.
Yeah, and there was weird timing things, and they say he knew, but he says he didn't know they were going to deploy.
It's a lot of sort of he said, she said type stuff.
It was not the biggest deal.
It's hardly a controversy.
Tim Walz is just kind of awkward and cringe, and like he had like personality effects as a candidate. But some of the controversy they tried to generate
it was definitely manufactured.
But Tim Dillon did say about him that he'd be better suited to making corn dogs at the Minnesota State Fair.
That's probably a bit overkill, but
I don't know.
He's not that bad.
He's I mean, he's a blue state governor. Like, I mean, he's kind of done all the same things that like a J.B. Pritzker, not quite like a Newsom or somebody in like a serious blue state, but I mean, like not anything unusual for a Democratic governor.
It's not like Michigan or something.
Yeah. What do you mean?
It's like Detroit.
Oh, I mean, Michigan's a shithole. But Whitmer is objectively a better governor than Walz. She just has a harder state to run.
Sure.
She would be a much better candidate than but I think Trump kind of kneecapped her. Got her in trouble with the Democrats, so she probably isn't going to have a chance to run for president.
I will say, as kind of weird as Walz himself is, I mean, he did kind of hand the Democrats a win on campaign. Whole weird thing that he coined.
Yeah.
And they threw it in the trash, like hardcore, despite the fact it was working.
I think they went at it a little early. It was just the kind of thing that was like it resonated with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it did land. but it was one of those things that was only going to work for like a month.
That is true.
And they just came right out of the gate with it, and it's like you can't just keep saying weird. Like it's kind of it's an attack without anything behind it. Like kind of a sense that the Republicans are weird, but not like an actual controversy or something.
Right. But
his wife did say that thing about liking the smell of the burning rubber during the riots or whatever in Minnesota.
It was.
I hadn't heard that. That's strange.
Yeah, it's one of those weird kind of things that like only like a white liberal could say. She was trying to be like, well, I wanted to take in.
I have brain damage from inhaling toxic fumes.
I love the smell of burning tires.
That seems sound like Robert Duvall in a podcast. I like the smell of burning rubber.
She was trying to make some point about how like important the moment was for the country.
Right. It's like, it's the smell of freedom type shit.
Or at least that she wanted to fully experience like the emotions of the moment or something.
Yeah, but
it's just something no one other than a white liberal would say because it's an odd thing to say.
That's the kind of asshole statement that only focuses on the positive of clearly when a lot of negative happened as well. But
I mean, again, I didn't get the idea that she was saying like, oh, it's so positive that all this stuff was burning, but she was like, this is such an amazing, like, important historical moment that I wanted to open the windows and huff the tires. So that like I had the whole experience.
I wanted to stand downwind at the Battle of Gettysburg and huff the cannon smoke.
Yeah,
I went to World War I and I was smelling the mustard gas.
I just don't think anybody that's huffing toxic fumes should be making important political statements.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying she wasn't saying like I love the smell of burning tires or that like that.
But how often does she like just set a tire on fire in her backyard now? And, like, just relive the moment.
The riot. It was besides being just a weird thing to say. It was also just totally tone deaf. As you're like, hey, this.
Hey, Michael's here now. Michael brought Sonic DC crossover comics for us.
Yeah, lucky us.
Lucky us.
I made sure to get one for Alex and Safe.
Alex, you got to show Afternoon 2 and yours too.
I didn't want either of them to feel extra shafted. I only got it for one of them. So
I will say,
the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
Both Kamala and Walz have managed to maintain standing in the Democratic Party, which usually like the losers just get crushed. Like nobody wants. Like nobody wanted to hear from Hillary for like 2.5 years at least.
I mean, I still don't want to hear from her.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
You're getting clowned.
I didn't want to hear from her when she was in the
Yeah.
I mean, like I voted for her, but she was not the person I wanted to be.
To go back to shitting out Mike Lindell, say, remember one of my favorite infomercials was that one Mike pillow.
Well, it was the Djibouti Dubs parody of it.
But wasn't there a real one where there was this married couple or something, and they were like, "Yeah, we drove like 6 hours."
No, that was from the parody. That wasn't a real. It was hilarious, but it was somebody taking and making like a joke riff on it.
Yeah, I remember.
Because I showed my dad that and told him it was the real.
Did he believe you?
Honestly, I thought it was the real one too at the time.
Okay.
So when they were like, "Yeah, we drove 6 hours to my in-laws' place," and then when I realized we forgot my MyPillow, we're like, "Let's drive back."
That's amazing.
But back to my original point about the walls and weird thing is because he handed them that, and the Democrat elite behind the scenes were like, "We can't call Republicans weird, we can't go too low in politics,
The word weird is too low.
Yeah. And so they had like a big bitch fit
about it. That was like the Republicans' best ammunition against the fucking Democrats in the last election.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a party that definitely doesn't know how to win. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting because David Hogg, the new vice chair of the DNC, is promising an all-out primary war.
Okay.
No, that
seems like something that does need to happen.
It would be great to get rid of some of the bad congressmen and everything like that in the Democratic Party, but also starting a civil war with the moderates in your party may not be the way to win a midterm election.
Well, if there's one thing the Democrats are good at, it's losing.
because they should. I mean, like things. If everything goes according to Trump's plan, they would have a chance in the midterms. But
Right.
midterms are always bad for the party in power. Almost always.
Oh yeah, that's
For
true.
the party in power, because
That's true.
the people who are motivated are the people who are mad how the last election went. People are pretty complacent usually in the party that won.
Yep, so they feel like they don't have to do anything.
So they should be able to have good midterms.
The 2018 ones were
As
pretty
much as
good
I'd
for-
love to see somebody primary out Jerry Nadler, if you spend a bunch of money and just go on an absolute flame war in the primaries, you could completely influence. Because if you start putting up like super progressive candidates in moderate districts, that's how you're going to let the Republicans win the midterms.
Letting the Republicans win the midterm, what Democrats do.
I hope not.
I think it's like a weird humiliation kink at this point.
It is, honestly. They're just working with Trump. They're like, yeah, we'll pretend to be Republicans, so we'll just...
Like wrestling heels.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, man. I mean, it could have all been an elaborate act, but there hasn't been a meltdown in this country like the establishment has melted down over the arrival of Trump that I've ever seen. Like, it would be a pretty elaborate show.
This is the last fight of this level for me.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, not the last level.
No, there's one big boss fight after this. Infinite ammo thing.
Wait, do I need to go back down and?
Yeah, you do. Hit the jump pad. Then there's
Okay.
2 more jump pads there.
Oh shit!
A lot
Okay.
of dudes down there. Be careful.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't even get to land before they were hitting
We're
me.
getting absolutely.
Infinite ammo does not give you infinite special Boltgun.
Right. Okay.
You'll have to fight a big guy at the end of this.
Great. Awesome. Super cool.
There is more health.
Okay.
in it.
Gotta find another one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fucking all over the place in here.
Yeah, the power of the lost penis.
That sounds like something I'd actually say. Too. Would you play South with mid? Oh, Cowboy.
It's cool, like Southern Gothic
That actually does,
fantasy thing.
that actually does look really good.
Yeah, like giant talking catfish and
Okay, cool.
like zombie blues singers.
Well, it's South Midnight, and I've been playing myself.
It looks good. It also doesn't look like it's very long. I want to play it. It's
Yeah, I've
just,
heard it's very short.
it's just only on Xbox as far as consoles go.
Holy shit, they're
That's the-
still an Xbox exclusive?
Well,
What?
not for very long, but it's one of those where it just came out, so it hasn't had a chance to make its way over yet.
They get a couple weeks on Xbox.
A couple.
Uh,
I can see it being like maybe next year it comes out on
Oh.
PlayStation, or maybe like in the fall or something.
hey, at least it got one at all. I mean, is Blacksmith even on Xbox yet?
Still no.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Neither is Silent Hill 2 either.
Yeah, 2 of the biggest games of last year.
Is it ever going on Xbox?
I think eventually it will. Sony had like a timed exclusivity, so it's like the first year.
Hey, run in a circle inside. You'll eventually come to the stairs, and you'll find some big health to run. You guys try out to be the next pope. I'm not Catholic.
America's next top pope.
Yeah.
None of us are qualified.
No.
Yeah, I have said far too many sacrilegious things to.
I also don't think any of us would want to run the Catholic Church.
No.
Sounds like a pain in my ass.
Like every morning somebody drops off a file about another like dozen raped children that I have to deal with.
Yeah.
Like I pass. Apparently I was reading that's one of the biggest considerations when choosing a pope
Got
these
a full
days.
circle here.
What's that?
Oh, to make sure you pick somebody that you're fairly positive won't have like one of those scandals come out. Because if the Pope turns out to be a kitty diddler, then like I mean that's the end of the Catholic.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've gone in a full circle like
Huh.
2 or 3 times
I
here.
could have sworn there's an area where
What do you do as Pope? Oh, you go to like 4
I think they're asking
countries
what
and
would you do
people.
as Pope.
No, he asked like what are your duties as Pope?
Oh, I
You,
thought-
you like you go to church and stuff and bless the pizza.
You cover up sex trafficking networks.
That's true. That's what they
Big part
do.
of the job.
I mean, that's why the previous Pope resigned.
Yeah.
He was doing that, and then it all came out. His reputation was too dirty.
Was he the one that was also
the
used to be?
Nazi, yeah.
Yeah, he was the Nazi.
He was the Hitler.
He was in the Hitler.
Well,
He shot down Allied aircraft during World War II as a child.
right.
That's good.
So he participated in military action.
Yes. Mind you, he was probably brainwashed.
I know. I'm just saying. If I had been brainwashed to be a Nazi as a child and then I grew up and knew better, I feel like I'd just stay away from being voted for anything.
Yeah,
Like, I just wouldn't go into anything that,
But I mean, how sad is it that was just the second worst thing ever?
he's a young Anakin.
I don't know. Don't you kind of like lead the when you're supposed to like lead the town for all the Catholic churches everywhere?
Oh, there's something.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and you do a lot of doctrinal things. You meet a lot of people. You travel the third world a lot. Like,
Wash some feet.
Yes, feet.
Alex! Oh, Alex!
Oh,
You
shit.
would like being
no,
Pope.
I,
You,
now-
you wash people's feet.
shut up, dude.
You're like the Quentin Tarantino of being post.
I was going to say, we could make Quentin Tarantino Pope.
He would love
Yeah, yeah.
all
He
of
would
the
sign
feet
up
washing.
for that.
Like,
yeah.
just give me the feet.
Fuck you, fucking bitch.
Yeah, you got it. Dude.
So did.
I know there's a big health around here you can get to.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I knew he was going to be.
God damn it.
I will have to say, all the movies and shows about popes, I usually like whether it's that Young Pope show,
Oh, yeah, the one with Jude Law. That was good. That was
Or-
legit.
Two Popes, or is that movie Conclave that just came out? So I think
I've heard of that.
stories about popes, I think usually are kind of interesting.
Well, the political aspect of
I want
like,
a movie
papacy is
about-
very interesting.
I want a movie about the Pope who they dug up and put up.
That would be amazing. Oh, you don't know about that? One of the popes, in order to cement his power, this stage,
I mean, I
you must have something. Okay, you can use your bullpen.
Mr. Freeze's thing.
Kind of. It's different.
It's a, yeah, it's a plasma rifle.
But yeah, one of the popes, in order to cement his grasp on power, he had his predecessors dug up and had the body dressed up in fancy robes and put it on trial for heresy. And they of course reached a guilty verdict because the accused wasn't allowed to defend themselves. All right, now you sit back right there. Don't get fraud.
I'll try my best. Oh,
Damn it,
come
Sage.
on!
You got nibbled by a nerdling.
Bogged by Christ.
It's saved after he died, though.
That's fortunate. Don't get nibbled by a nerdling. That'd be a good band name, nibbled by nerdling. I mean, there's already trampled by turtles.
I was gonna say,
God damn it.
And you walked into
I thought it stopped.
He still had his slime on the floor.
Get stuck in the
Leaving
slime.
the slime everywhere. An asshole.
Yeah, he's already up the floor.
Fine, I'll just leave it. I won't even go to it. I'll
You can't
just
take
leave
it
it
with you to
alone.
the next level.
Fair enough.
Take it with you in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Were these the stairs you were talking about?
No. But, yeah.
Oh, was that what you're talking
this-
about?
this-
Okay. Yep, there's totally health.
I think you could make a actually cool kind of story about the Swiss Guard if they were actually too hardcore and the like stuff.
Well, there actually was a big battle where the Swiss Guard basically proved themselves. It was like, what was it, like early 1500s? Help me out here. It was when
You're talking about the wars for the Papal States.
yeah, there's like a big
Okay.
mercenary army outside the Vatican. They like
Yeah.
tried to attack the city, and the Swiss
Oh,
Guard
fuck
had
you,
to, they had
man.
to ferry the Pope into a secret castle, and then basically like hold the street.
Yeah, I don't know specifically about that instance. I mean, like, the
But-
Papal States were basically an Italian city-state at the time, so they actually went to war quite a few times. The Pope, there were popes that led armies, and
Yeah, there were popes that fought other popes.
man, there used to be two popes.
Pope on Pope action.
That's right. That's awesome.
The Avignon popes, because the French king decided he wanted to have his own pope. He started the pope living in Italy.
Didn't the Germans also decide they wanted their own pope?
I
At
don't
one
know,
point?
maybe.
I think there
I
was
know
even
about
a
the
time when-
I know the Avignon popes. I don't know.
I could have sworn there was a time when there were 3 popes. But yeah, no, the Swiss Guard actually was pretty effective.
the Swiss were known for being the best mercenaries in Europe. That's why the Pope hired them. There were a lot of Swiss mercenaries. There were a lot of Swiss and German, just like the Holy Roman Empire, the city-states, the German city-states and places like that. They sent out a lot of mercenaries.
You can probably bust that after all the stuff.
It's like, the painting of George Washington crossing the Delaware River, right?
Yeah.
That's specifically a painting of him. He crossed the Delaware River and murdered a bunch of Hessian mercenaries in his sleep on Christmas.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, there were German mercenaries fighting in the Revolutionary War.
Yeah, I knew about that.
Alright, this is it, Sage. Final fight. You can go in that crate to grab a goodie, I think.
This one?
Yeah, you're the one above it. Next to it.
I learned from that movie that Christopher Walken was the ultimate German warrior.
This is it, Sage. Right. Hope your wrists are ready.
We'll see.
There's Cumulus Samuel.
Goddamn Cumulus Samuel.
Warhammer is full of ridiculous. This is the end of your crusade. I will shatter your weapons and break your bones. You proved a worthy adversary, but your time is not. The Lord of Plague guards the door. What do you like to think of New Doom trailer?
Oh.
It looks bitchin'.
Yeah, it looks
That's one of the few games I'm probably going to buy day one. If I'm still at the country. Because,
in May is when you're, yeah.
But when I get back, it's my trip.
The afternoon tune, I mean, I don't know if you connected the dots or not at the moment watching that trailer.
You can't hurt him right now. You have to kill the unclean one first.
Ah, God damn it. Alright.
Would you pay $90 for a game?
If I have that money just lying around, if it's a game I really want to play.
It would have to be a hell of a game.
That's the whole thing with the pricing increases. Is it's if they just did it for select games, it would go over a lot better. Like, because I think no matter what,
Or collector's edition stuff. Oh, we got
sure, that's way too cheap for a collector's edition. Collector's editions are $200, $300, $400 in some cases.
Oh shit! I still remember when we got Doom 2016. We both.
And that was only like $80 for the collector's edition.
It was.
And it came with the whole statue and everything.
That was a good ass statue too.
Yeah, that's long since been collector's edition that cheap. It's just not a thing anymore. But like
$90 is a lot.
$90 is a lot to ask. But here's the thing: because I think what everyone was expecting was for Grand Theft Auto 6 to be the game to do that, and I think that game would get away with it.
Probably, yeah.
Grand Theft Auto is going to get away with it because that game's. Well, it's so many people play it, and then also it's going to have so much game that it's going to last you years, if not decades, of gameplay. And
well, it has to be a fun kind of gameplay, not the Diablo.
It's going to be.
Okay.
It's going to be. Dude. It's Rockstar, but
Shattered.
they're going to get away with that sort of price point. Nintendo's not.
No,
that's the thing.
I'd have to
Nintendo's not going to get away with it.
if the next Doom game is going to be $90, I'd be like, I like Doom, but I also like money.
Nintendo game, it's going to be $90.
They're the first ones that are going to that. Yeah.
Why?
Because they decided they wanted to.
That seems very dumb. I'd like to see their profit margins.
You got to kill that unclean one.
I am trying. I get a shot at it, but it's
Take the jetpack. Oh, fuck.
okay. Can't get like that.
You can get your grabs done. There's plenty of
I mean, I'm just getting fucking.
Yeah, there's
Jesus
so
Christ.
much.
I feel like Nintendo games historically.
Not really by much.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not talking about a huge amount, but a lot of the time it's like
During the Wii, they were. During the PS3 era, they were $10 cheaper. But as soon as the Wii U came out, Nintendo games went up to $60.
You guys know kneecaps. I know what kneecaps are.
I mean, like, I got one right here. Two, actually.
But having a lot of next gen games otherwise been $70 for them.
That only just started, like, and the Switch hasn't even been putting any games out, really, in that time that that's been happening. Like that just became a new thing, and then Nintendo, the second that it became a thing, Nintendo said like, all right, we'll match you.
By the way, all the ammo in this arena respawn. So feel free to go all out with your own.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's good. That gets me.
Every single ammo pickup respawns. The health and the armor does not, but everything is there.
Okay. All right, that's good to know.
If I were Nintendo, I feel like I'd have to rethink that strategy because I can't see in America people wanting to pay as much for Nintendo games.
There are a lot of people who are
I don't think that's
I'm a big Nintendo fanboy, but like I don't see the point in.
The thing is you say that though, but all
you like Nintendo, but a Nintendo fanboy is like the people who are like obsessively giving like every Zelda game 10 out of 10.
Well, yeah, I don't agree with that, but
the thing is you have that concern or bring up that concern,
yeah.
But the reality is that just since the Switch 2 got announced on the internet, there's a lot of people just going like, well, fucking Nintendo can do anything. It's Nintendo. It doesn't matter. They can just do anything.
Well, that's the kind of crazy we're talking.
And it's a lot of them.
Normally, I believe in the system that they could accomplish a lot,
but they've been saying it in response to shit.
Yeah.
One of those things I don't believe they're capable of is selling as a game as Sony does.
Save your voice for answer.
For their huge graphics, and all that shit, for a $90 price value, there's people.
$90, I know.
Yeah, they are.
That's
Nintendo. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Oh shit!
Alex, would you?
And that's
games as for $90 as well.
Well, he doesn't.
I gave up on buying games.
Alex only plays spreadsheet games.
Yeah, basically.
I know that, but it's just like if you had a Switch and a PS5 today. And it was like between buying a game for $90 and Switch or the same game.
Know what that is?
That's the machine theory.
Oh, the same game?
Yeah.
I probably would go for the PS5. It's just a more capable. But if I was paying $90, if I was willing to pay $90 for PlayStation games, if there are Nintendo games, I'd be willing to pay. I'm not willing to pay $90 for either. But if I was, I don't see there are Nintendo games I'd be willing to spend as much on. Or like other consoles games.
Fucking go down.
I'm sure the role I've only ever said 50. I don't know if I've ever. I think I must have spent $60.
I mean, it's been 60. It was 60 for like the last 20 years, basically.
Yeah, that was
so
the average.
You definitely have.
So 60 is like the high. I feel like I'd be willing to go for.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm a cheap bastard, and 60 is too much for me most of the time, even for games I like.
Yeah.
But even for games that I would pay 60 for, like 10 years ago, I don't know if I could pay 90 for.
Well, and then here's the other thing, is these companies are also basing a lot of this on the amount of inflation that has happened in that time. Because if you were to translate the price, $50 in like 2004 for a video game is the equivalent of $130 now. So they're actually still cheaper. Than they were back then.
People
because of inflation.
Used to spend.
It doesn't feel that way looking at the number. I get that, but literally on their corporate line, that is what they're like. Well, we have to increase the price because we're losing money.
A new Atari back in the day cost the equivalent of like $1,500.
That's true.
Back then, consoles seemed crazy.
And there were actually some Nintendo 64 games that did retail for $89.99 in the 90s. So there have been games that have been that price before.
I get like, and
that'd be like almost $200 by today's standard.
Right, but like those kinds of titles that were like 64 titles, $1,500. I'm sure they thought.
Oh, you should use it.
I mean, I can't tell what grenade I'm even using.
I don't even know what you.
There's a little icon over on the bottom right hand of the screen that tells you what grenade is on.
Do you know which games Nintendo
shit.
selling for $90?
Mario Kart.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah, I will say there's also an aspect of that is partially there to push people buying like the bundle of the system. Because if you buy the Switch 2 that has Mario Kart packaged in, you are getting that game for $50.
Okay.
So I think there's probably some level of strategy that's like, well, let's convince people to buy this bundle. I think that probably is an element of it. But the other thing is that PlayStation games, Xbox games, PC games, everything but Nintendo games depreciate in value pretty quickly. So if a game comes out, let's say $70, right, as its current kind of standard, you will be able to get that game for probably $40 within 6 to 8 months. Whereas Nintendo will, like the Mario Kart that came out on the Switch, is still $60 8 years later.
Yeah, the first party title.
No, it's just if it's on Nintendo.
Yeah.
It's third-party games too. It's just if they're the Switch versions, Nintendo does not allow the prices to go down ever.
Some of that is weird to me, though, too.
Well, Nintendo is the most kind of... I mean, honestly, if you look at their actual business practices, Nintendo's kind of the scummiest out of all of them.
Nintendo...
And they've always
Nintendo's
been that way.
I mean, Nintendo is the only console company that cares about IP. It also owns its own.
Well, that's why I feel more motivated.
Well, that's not true. PlayStation owns all of those IP themselves.
Yeah, but
They actually put out way more games that are their own original IP.
But-
So another big complaint about Nintendo is they have these systems, and then there's maybe 5 games come out on the life of the system, and then you're wondering why you spent the money on it when very little actually came out.
That is how I felt on the Wii U. And on the Wii,
The Wii U was an abject failure.
yeah, the Wii, I felt like I got fucked out.
The Wii had much more success with like their non-premium characters as far as games are going. They do tend to rely on putting out one game for each of their major franchises.
Okay, Jesus.
So this is a 3-stage boss fight.
Okay,
Next,
was that the first part?
so you have to kill the boss now. He will respawn with the bird brain.
Oh fuck! God damn.
I do think the first wave is the hardest,
Okay, fair enough.
but it's not going to be like this easy. There's going to be more
Right.
things that will spawn with him.
Right.
Do you think that they'll also do it in Metroid Prime 4 and combo attack with
Maybe that one's also interesting because the Metroid Prime 4 is releasing on the regular Switch still. It's gonna be a cross gen kind of thing.
you would assume that the Switch 2 version they would sell for $90 as well.
Yeah.
But I would rather get that than one of those.
Sure. Between the two, yeah. They haven't announced one at least yet, but I also don't think that Metroid Prime 4 has an actual release date yet either. But yeah, like the lack of depreciation in the titles that's a big thing. Nintendo's also the worst company out of all of them about kind of manufacturing FOMO, because they're the only company that will be like, hey, here's this collection of like Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy for the Switch. But we're only making 1,000 copies of them, and everybody's got to fight each other for them. Like, no other video game company does anything like that. You just look at the history of their business practices, and they consistently have done some of the scummiest stuff. Suing, like, fans for, like, having Smash tournaments and stuff, and, they're honestly the worst company if you're talking about, like, their actual behavior and how they interact with, like, the fans that, like, buy stuff. Oh shit, that's good. Which is just funny that they have the reputation they do because of the games that they make, but then when you actually look at the stuff they're doing, it's often, like, could not be more polar opposite.
But because of the number dropping down, that's why I feel more motivated to just buy first-party titles and then
Sure.
put those third-party games just like, well, multi-time. I would rather play on PlayStation.
Yeah, if a game, I also do that. If a game is available on any other platform, I will buy it on any other platform. Like, the Nintendo system to me is like I only get it there if it's the only place you can get it. That is very much how I treat it. But Nintendo wants you to play everything on there. I mean, they want you to be spending all your time gaming on that system. Like, they brought out, for the Switch 2 presentation, they brought out, like, having, like chat, like an audio chat system on the system as, like, a really big deal. And I'm like, that's been a thing since, like, the original Xbox. And Nintendo's acting like, well, guys, we just revolutionized this feature. We've got a chat. The other thing is there's a chat button on the actual controller. And of course, because you have to pay for an online subscription for the chat stuff to work, that means there's a button on the Nintendo Switch 2 controllers that you have to pay a subscription service to use.
That's fortunate.
Yeah, but the thing is, for me, in my feeling with Nintendo, I feel like they've always prioritized their first-party titles before selling them to American audiences, because everyone gets anything that ever really cared about on Nintendo. I don't get a first-party title on Nintendo if I get a fancy console.
Right. Or, like, sometimes maybe they'll get a deal with an indie game, or like Hades was on Switch before it was on anything else for a while.
So I think it is super for them to try to equally sell to third-party titles where they don't have the graphical power to back it up.
Well, exactly, and even the new Switch is, like, only about as powerful as, like, a PS4. Not even a PS4 Pro, like the kind of mid-generation 4K PS4, just a regular, like, launch PS4. And the system is, the Switch 2 is going to be $450 at retail, and that's without any tariffs affecting the price. So it could even end up being more than that. You could end up paying, like, $600 for a system that is not even, that's only as powerful as the PlayStation 4. That's kind of nuts.
Yeah, I feel like the most I'd want is this Switch 2, especially
Yeah, I think 500 is, but then even then, a PS5 is 500, and it's you know.
But I'm willing for the console to sell that. For $1.
I mean, and I would be too, so I don't even disagree. It's just that in the time where the Switch was as successful as it was, because it was, hey, you know what? It's underpowered compared to the other systems, but it's like $300.
Right.
You know, it's like, that is one of the reasons that system was so successful, because it's like, hey, you know what? It can't do all the fancy things that the others can, but you are getting it at a fucking discount.
I thought that was even better.
But yeah, they're not doing that this time.
Would you pay more for it if it came with Metroid?
I think you'd have to pay someone to take that game.
I think that Nintendo has a lot of the same advantages that Apple does. Like Apple.
Well, there's a lot of. That's what I was saying earlier about there's people that are just defending it, no matter what. Just
that, but also just I mean, like Apple doesn't put out the best phone by specs by any means. Like there are Android phones that are much more powerful than an iPhone. Have capabilities iPhone doesn't have and things.
There's
like
brand loyalists that just will not leave.
It's a premium brand, and they just have pricing power.
Okay.
So it is healthy.
For me, I've never been a fucking big Apple person, but Nintendo, I guess.
I would say that you're Tim Apple.
But Nintendo, I kind of think of them as video games.
There's more armor in the center.
Nintendo, I think of it.
Oh yeah, that's right. There is.
As like the DC of video games that they made, the first ones that they made, the brands that have the oldest brands. I guess.
Yep. I mean, they occupy a cultural space that's way outside the entire video game industry,
and they've abused that for a long time to be really, really fucking shitty when it comes to actual business.
Like Apple,
right? Exactly. Yeah, Apple's also does that.
It's like, why would Nintendo charge $90 for a game? Why would Apple make you buy a different port?
But wasn't that finally made sort of illegal?
Yeah, they had to go.
But it had to be like the EU had to get
EU,
involved.
too.
And they had to
America wasn't going to do it.
Yeah,
we always we always sim corporations.
Well, and remember they even did it like halfway.
Yeah, they tried to trick the EU. They thought they were being cute,
and they didn't
appreciate.
No.
Yeah.
That was so funny. I had to give Apple credit for that.
Dude, that was a troll.
Yeah, when they switched the USB out for the USB-C instead of the Lightning connector.
Yeah, so they were like, oh, the half that you
Plug into
need,
the wall.
that's changed. That's different. But
That was so funny. Because they knew exactly what the EU was asking them to do. And they said, fuck it.
Oh, yeah, they were just
change
being
the
fucking
USB to USB-C and we'll keep the Lightning connector. It's like nobody was bitching because they had to plug a USB into the wall. They were
Yeah, they didn't care about that.
But the course you're making only worked for your phone.
that guy just exploded.
Didn't damage you.
What's up?
Did they finally switch over?
Yeah, all of them are USB.
Only
They
because
had
it was
to.
like
They didn't wanna
legally
pay-
enforced
They
by
didn't want to
international
pay.
law.
They didn't want to pay the EU billions because the EU was like it's bad for the environment because you should be able to use the same cord for all
Apple's
the
like,
phones.
fuck the environment.
Basically.
Yeah, that's basically what they said.
Well, you know what happened is obviously somebody at Apple went, we're going to get pushback on this, but the amount of money that we're going to make off of extra cords is going to...
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody planned it out ahead of time. Just like Toyota with the shitty brakes. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That was an intentional decision by somebody in the inside going, yeah, a bunch of people will die and we'll get lawsuits, but we've calculated out how much the lawsuits will be, and we're going to make money in the long term.
Like Volkswagen and the monkey gas.
What about monkeys?
What?
We know you're
Volkswagen-
interested, Michael.
Volkswagen was building monkey gas changers.
They actually were. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they would put monkeys in gas chambers inside the.
They were testing the safety of diesel fumes, and they were basically hooking the exhaust of cars up to tanks with monkeys inside of them.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucked up.
But then,
Killed a lot of your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, they killed someone.
So these were like
Or lovers, sorry.
These were like
friends with them.
These were like
Oh, fuck you, you piece of shit, motherfucker.
still showing the spirit.
That's not going to stop until the game's
Oh
over.
man, an exalted flame.
But then Neuralink also killed a lot of people. So
Yeah.
they had a big pile of dead monkeys in that. There you go.
You knew them
Take that.
biblically.
Yeah, you had carnal knowledge.
Oh boy.
You haven't
Never
seen them.
even seen a monkey. What do you close your eyes and you fuck them?
Is it more of a texture thing for you, that, or
Yeah.
Is that like a cake you pretend to be blind?
Like the Matt Murdock.
you're the Matt Murdock of fucking monkeys?
You're just blindly reaching out with your hands. You're like, oh, the monkey brought me sausage.
Yeah.
I think it's a monkey cock.
Okay.
Oh, that's tasteless.
That's tasteless, huh?
We never do that.
We're nothing but tasteless here.
Don't gorillas have the most extreme body size to penis size ratio?
I think so.
Yeah, I believe so.
I thought that's like you made the smallest penis.
Yeah,
The extreme
yeah.
in a
Yeah,
small way.
It's actually barnacles that have one.
Yeah, barnacles have huge tits.
Well, they're stuck to the side of a ship. Basically, they use their dicks like a metal detector. Barnacle pussy.
Okay, so this guy is somewhere.
Yeah, you just have to kill Mr. Junior.
Fuck you, Mr. Tumulus.
The other ridiculous names at least sound like cool. Warhammer, but this is like cumulus.
Yeah.
The best we could do.
What the fuck is that?
That's probably why he joined Chaos.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That's not Chaos, right?
Yeah, this is far quicker, like, when we get-
We're almost
This
done
is the
with
final level.
And you have to kill the boss twice.
No.
He won't have a buddy next time.
Well, I've already killed the buddy the second time.
Exactly.
Okay.
Looks like
So
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, first he had an unclean
Is that
buddy,
him?
and then that's him over there.
so that's him.
That's him.
Okay. That motherfucker. Ah, fucking
I think as you damage him, more enemies.
ah, fuck.
But it's only small amounts. Most of the enemies spawn in, during.
Right.
this Saturday, guys. I'll put you down.
Okay.
For sure.
If you're gonna do it, be a dude.
I don't know. I've been out of I was in for a little while now.
The last thing you told me about was Hayes the Gnome be that chicken time.
Well, the last time we were hanging out on Saturday,
Distance.
phone call from my D&D group, and well, at first I got text and like, hit by a car and lost feel better about the situation. I was like, oh fuck, what happened to drunk? I called, but it was just stuff that happened. It was just like
Did he lose his legs? Got hit by a car and it came in.
no, but it was just like he was like, yeah, your well, not just your character, but the entire party all kind of got wiped, and with hell's interested because your souls were under contract with this one demon. So you're dead in hell now. And I was like, oh, that fucking sucks. And he was like, but the demon is offering a little improviso on the contract, which is you basically become his personal assassin on Earth, and he'll send you back. But basically,
That's it, right? That's the second. I killed him the second time.
He must spawn in one more time with one last wave.
So there's 3. You have to come 3 times.
That's what I said, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 2.
No, 2 times he has a buddy, the 3rd time it's just him.
so you're like a demon slave on Earth.
Okay.
It's so bad. Otherwise, it's dead.
Okay.
And I was like, well,
Great choice.
fuck it, I'll be a demon assassin. That sounds cool. So that's what happened. That's all I know.
So that's what D&D is. Like you're like you don't play it for 3 weeks, and your group just calls you up on the phone. They're like, hey, you're dead. By the way, you're dead. You're in hell now.
I mean, yeah. So even there's a couple weeks, especially with how long you play. We usually play like 5, 6, 7 hours a session or whatever. So a lot happens in a campaign session.
All right.
So if you miss even a week, I mean,
Yeah, it's definitely true.
yeah, a whole lot to get around.
Okay. Alex, are you in hell and you're dragon?
No, we're trying to get there.
Oh, okay. Well, it seems like you just joined up with Michael.
At least to the abyss.
Yeah, well, I think the abyss is.
It's different.
It is.
Well, no, I know, but we've gone to like 3, 4
fucking moving.
and because we keep trying to find these like these things called extended roads that are like the power sources of this one demon. And they're spread throughout 6 different realms and shit. So I think we know each realm.
There's something in the box.
But we have to destroy, go to each dimension and kind of figure out the little puzzle behind the door.
Okay. That's funny because that's actually very similar to one of the expansions or one of the Pathfinder video games. Basically that block.
Pathfinder.
It's D&D. I mean, it didn't come from D&D.
I think so. It is kind of its own thing. I've heard that Pathfinder is quite a bit more intricate than D&D.
But at least from the video game version, it's pretty fucking decent. Yeah. Things are a bit hairier.
Yeah. Yeah. Die.
Don't die in the last wave.
I can't stay that.
But basically, I get to play my character on my full time with D&D
Oh, it is half the fun of roleplay. Yeah. I mean, that was our entire coach roleplay. Ooh. Get that help.
I've been pretty morally neutral all the time anyway, so that's the same. I might have fucking kill like a fellow party.
Get that guy.
He's young, so I figure whatever John thinks will be good for a dramatic story, he's going to happen,
Sure. Here's the drunk. Oh shit, champion. Melt
No.
gun. Get your melt gun. That works too. As long as you're away from him, that's what counts. Yeah, you haven't used your melt gun much yet, so you probably still ram that through.
Yeah, let's get that ready because that catches up to me.
You got a lot of ammo at the moment.
Well, what I said though, is I'm like, my brain was lost in the way. I'd have to read it or something. Like, I don't think of that Louis C.K. joke. He said in one of his more recent specials where he was like, he was doing stand-up to like the USA, you know, like 20 years ago.
Nope, that's not doing it.
And some mother of a soldier who the son had put back, and I think he lost his leg or something. And she was like, or it was either her or like just the army was like, okay, before the mother speaks to him, we want you to be the first one.
Okay.
When it comes to consciousness,
Sure.
whatever. And so, he had to start by telling jokes. He had to break the news to this guy. You know,
But his legs were gone?
Missing, I think he noticed that part.
these terrible things that happened to him, and also like make it funny and tell these jokes like during the same time. That was a good thing.
So, good news first. You won't have to worry about too tight jeans ever again.
I know how much you hate pizza.
Yeah, but Louis' last special was
This is fucking
Yeah, he's kind of on that system now.
I think you got most of it.
I've always liked Louis.
Oh yeah, his last special was still. Honestly, some of his special back when he was like at the height of his popularity. There was like a special or two in there where I thought his jokes were getting a little lazy, maybe, or I mean, they were experimental.
Ah, fuck! That was my last shot.
That's okay, you got other
Stuff, anyways. But
If I've gotten enough refilled on any of them,
What
though.
about your drafting? 90.
Okay.
That's enough at least damn.
Fine.
I feel like since his scandal, I feel like his material got better.
Sure.
Well, he had to go back. He had to go back to touring in the clubs.
Yeah.
And they always say that like you begin to lose it as a comedian as soon as you stop going to the clubs. So in a way, he had his career reset. He had to go back.
Yeah.
Because even like the best comedians who've been famous for a long time, they just work the clubs in. They still run the club.
Because I feel like you have to keep some kind of relevant connection to the demographic.
Well, you definitely need that, and then the big thing about clubs is you test your material, and the way comedy works is you basically have to see what gets a reaction. What tweaks can you make to the joke that gets a bigger reaction, and it's just like trial and error. So if you're not doing that, and you're just writing jokes you think are funny without, like, testing them, no matter how good of a comedian you are, you're probably going to have a few duds in there.
Yeah.
Because someone like Jerry Seinfeld for a while, I think he was kind of saying sort of retire and play comedy because he felt, like the type of jokes, style of jokes he told at the time.
More working.
Observational comedy's kind of... It's not
But-
really a...
But I think he decided to keep doing like specials and stuff. So.
I know he was one of the first people to just say, I will not play a college campus. Yeah. Which is shocking.
So he has since gone back on that.
Yeah, well, he's so non-offensive. It's amazing to
Yeah.
think that. Although he's super pro, he's probably not
That's a good
welcome.
point,
Probably
yeah.
not
He's
welcome
certainly not
on
going to
college
Harvard.
campuses.
But yeah, I mean, his last Netflix special was
I liked Seinfeld the show.
Uh-huh.
I think he's a great comedy writer. I've never really enjoyed his
I mean, like back when I was a kid, I really think he was having fun.
I don't know, I always just felt like Jim Gaffigan was so much better at doing exactly what he was trying to do than he was.
Well, I like Big Ben.
Yeah, I have to agree. I didn't think Seinfeld was amazing on stage to me.
It takes a special person to do like truly clean observational comedy and make it work. And that's why I would enjoy Gaffigan. They both try to do a straighter edge observational comedy.
Heavy weapon. boulder. What about your 50 shots?
You picked up a little bit of melt-the-gun ammo, not a
More.
They're almost gone, I think.
Maybe we're close. We're close.
I think you can get them with the shotgun.
Looking good. I definitely think we can do it.
I think the danger has sort of passed as far as Jensen's going at this point. Boss is still fucking off, so.
Right. Don't like there are other guys coming in and swarming me. It's kind of not too much of a problem there.
They're looking pretty soft. Any reason this game does.
Not really.
They certainly give you plenty.
Oh, there he is. Ow. Yo, you got him.
Got him. Fuck yeah. Whew.
Nice job.
Excellent work. With the sorcerer defeated and the Mechanicus device destroyed, we bought ground.
How your hands doing?
Now give me the fragment.
Right one's a little sore, but
Without this to power the device, the warp rift will begin to close itself. But this isn't over. The scars of chaos run deep. Who knows what foul entities linger here and on Graham. There are still heretics to purge. Ready your weapon.
That's setting up the DLC.
cool. Oh, all right. We fucking go.
That
6?
was a hard one, huh?
It was. But the size of the arena, though, I mean, that makes it so much easier.
Yeah, when they give you room to move around.
Yeah, it's the areas where it's very small, very cramped that I have the hardest time with.
The music chainsaw, man.
Oh, it's funny.
The song of being Alan Wake or something.
A little bit, yeah.
I can see it.
And yeah, I feel like a lot of the DLC is more.
Okay. Well, sweet. Well, that's what we'll be doing next week. If there's anybody I can raid over to. Otherwise, Afternoon Jaren and Cal, if you guys have suggestions in the chat, I'm happy to take those as well. But that's going to do it for us for today. Went a little late, but we were so close to the end, I felt like...
Jemima Crow.
Huh.
That's an interesting name.
That's a hell of a name.
Rick Francis.
Yeah, I'll give it like another 30 seconds if I haven't heard it back yet, then I'll just end.
Oh, shit.
Shut up.
Yeah, shout out. Man, that is cool.
We listened. Ulysses told me Sage's entire list of best video game spiders.
Yeah, we went over it all again.
Yeah, it was great, wasn't it?
That's awesome. You made that
Yeah,
list.
can you believe he wrote
I
that?
did not make
You
Why
wrote
did you
that.
do that? I also found Sage
He was on the byline.
that one stream that you weren't here. I found him a list of the 10 most beautiful spiders.
Oh, that's right.
Just in general in the world.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them were in Australia, of course. I think Australia has the most species of spiders.
That's probably true, yeah.
And there's one spider called the Desertas Tatas wolf spider.
Ooh, the Tatas on that spider.
Alright, we're done. We're done.
Really?
I like that we began and ended on spiders. Like,
Yeah, you guys felt like you had to.
well, no, you're
Sage like spider
Tatas.
Tatas.
Nope, I'm getting the last
Yes,
word,
you got-
motherfucker.